okay, let's think about this abstractly. If by playing the game of Balatro, you learn about cards and you learn how to win in a card game, and you can gamble on card games, then if you apply that same argumentation and logic to FIFA, you learn and play soccer, at which point you would be able to bet and do sports betting with soccer.
What are you collecting?
You don't even need an analogy. It's right there.
Ignite, I think it's just.
It's right there. Yes, FIFA has actual gambling. Yes, it has actual gambling. It's right there. I don't understand this at all. That's a stretch.
He's standing in shit. That's a loot banner.
How? How is it a stretch?
I'm biased.
What? How could it? Where?
Ah, we got it.
Didn't get the rest, Magna?
Nope.
You don't gamble by playing football? And yes, you don't gamble by playing poker either. You gamble on poker and you gamble on football. Neither of them are inherent to gambling. Jesus Christ, this is unbelievable. Where do these people come from?
No, you have everything.
Sorry, it's really hot in my room. I can tell. I gotta turn this down. 70.
Oh, you had Mortal Strike on you.
Yeah, let's turn.
Yeah, assume it didn't. Jonathan, he's just asking for it.
Okay.
I was taunting on cooldown, but
yes.
Case might be a bit greedy on tanking, not on purpose, of course.
You play poker when you gamble. You're not actually playing soccer when you gamble on it. Yeah, but you can gamble on soccer.
Cry in the corner.
Functionally, what's the difference? If it teaches people how to perform a behavior that is meant for adults, then it would be the same thing. That doesn't make any sense. That's the point? Yeah, that's not the point. It's a stigmatization of poker game itself, which heavily associated with gambling. Maybe that's what they're doing. Yep, there you go. So many false equivalencies today. I know, it's unreal, man. This is amazing. So what do we have here? So this is a person, it's a false equivalency. Sports players are prohibited from betting on their sport. Well, if you're 5 years old, you can't bet on anything. So why would it matter? So why would it matter? Let me try to understand this.
That fucking shockwave.
False equivalency? Yeah, I mean, he's enacted a Wikipedia Reddit term, and so let's see what his explanation is for it. You can play poker without betting on it? Yes, you can. By that logic, you can't bet in poker if you play poker? Well, no, he's talking about the sport itself.
Let's get Bellamy here.
So what's the explanation?
Last is going up.
You absolutely can play poker without betting? Yes, exactly. I think it's based on association rather than the logic of it. Okay, so then it's stupid. Okay, so then, all right, so then there's no thinking involved. That's what I thought. You can, but poker was created for gambling specifically. Why would that matter?
We're starting on Shannox.
Yeah.
If the material damage is the same, then what does it matter? It wasn't? Well, like, even if it was, that doesn't matter.
Let's be ready to pull when it comes.
The argument falls apart when you look at games like League of Legends with loot boxes and dozens of gacha gambling mechanics and you see it's rated 12. Yep, there we go. You can gamble with literally anything. Exactly. Yep, logic goes out the window with these people. I know, man. You can gamble without gambling money. I think you're still missing the point. If you can gamble without gambling money, then anything can be a gamble with anything. And you effectively devalue the term so much that it no longer means anything. So it doesn't. Yeah, I don't understand this. I might be missing the point. Is there real money involved in Balatro? No. No, there's not. That's okay. No.
He's getting here.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point. There's no fucking money involved. That's. Jesus. But there's real world money. Yes, and even let's go even farther than that. There is real money involved in EA Sports because you can gamble in the game with Gacha, which, to be fair, is not like real gambling, but it's closer to real gambling than not gambling at all.
Crystal Trap.
Oh my God. I love how Osman hates
Face
gambling
rage.
himself, but it feels so strongly about it. Well, wouldn't that make sense?
Anders, help yourself.
If you don't
each
like
other.
something, why would you? Yes, of course. Why would I want to do something that I don't like? Of course. Where FIFA doesn't have gambling as a mechanic? Yes, it does. It has Ultimate Teams. Whenever you
Is this
play
on heroic
an
or?
Ultimate Team and you open packs,
Yep.
Yes,
do you
it
know
is.
what you're gonna get? If you
Face
don't, then you
rage.
have gambling. It's that simple.
Didn't get reset stacks. And he's in a trap again.
I think this person's done responding. I feel like now they didn't even know this, apparently. That's it. Poker without gambling is really, really boring. Well, I'm going to tell you something.
Crystal
I think soccer
Trap.
without betting is really boring, too. Like, I don't think that's a good argument. It's so boring. So, yeah, no, not a good argument to me. Okay, anyway. So, I get why
Face
it's 18
rage.
plus since poker, I guess. But I don't get, too, why is every game that has
Go rip them if you
microtransactions
can.
not labeled 18 plus from the start? Guys, here's the reason why this is happening. It's because it's rigged.
Crystal Trap.
It's rigged.
Tried to trap
The
race.
big games
Yeah,
and
that
the
would
big
be
studios
You can't
are
stand
able
between
to
the two groups,
manipulate
then
and
you just fuck it
influence
up.
this organization
And yeah,
into
this is-
providing reviews and providing distinctions here and regulations here that are unfair. So it's actually very simple. Why is this happening?
Die fast.
Because it's
Face
rigged.
rage.
That's the
Crystal
reason why.
Trap.
Like the 2020 election? Of course. So yeah, like you said, went well. Rent seeking through lobbying. Yep, there you go, boys. And so you see right here, and OG Pokemon got age rating to up for a slot machine. No real money, just small in-game thing. EA gets a pass for real money betting in their games. The rating system is broken. It is. And nobody should take any of these people seriously at all. And
Crystal
I
Trap.
wish that for any of these things, I hope they're not getting any government funding. That's what I think. Yeah, soccer is bigger than From Software. Yeah, unfortunately, that's true. You're right. It's simple. The house always
Who's
wins.
in the
Yep, there
trap?
you go.
EX.
And it is unironically fucking rigged. Wow. I think that he is so right in
Feast.
calling this out. He's
Get you out soon,
absolutely
EX.
right.
We're just gonna
and
eat first.
it's embarrassing. It is actually fucking... This actually makes me so mad. It makes me so mad because of how blatant and just completely fucking unfair it is. Totally unfair. In addition to this, FIFA has real advertising of gambling companies. So that's a good point, but can somebody confirm that does FIFA have actual gambling ads in the game? No. Or sorry, do they have, okay, on the shirts? Let me just look that
No,
up.
we
I
need
don't know if you can look
to
this up. Does
reset
FIFA
those traps.
have gambling sponsors
No, reset raid page.
on t-shirts of players?
And Chanox.
FIFA
Well,
sponsors
stacks
on
up me and
shirts.
Nitte.
Well, that's most likely up to you, Spear.
Yeah.
Gambling
just slow
sponsor
getting
ban.
into the other place. Knitte was going ham on it. Well, not ham on it. Knitte was having some lucky crits, I think.
That's real life? Okay. Does FIFA video game? Well, no FIFA FC 25. They use the same kits as in real life. They sponsor the actual sport. So let me get this straight. The company, by the way, this is an advertisement. In case anybody is getting it twisted, I want to make this very clear. The reason why this exists and why this is happening is because this is an advertisement. This is a sponsorship. The reason why Betway is giving this FC money is because people watch the FC games and then they go to Betway.
Might be
It's
a bit
product
sooner.
placement.
Well,
So if I'm understanding this
4,
correctly,
3, 2, 1.
literal advertisements for gambling can be in a game that's recommended for 3-year-olds. But a fake card game with
Crystal
no
Trap.
money involved at all is 18 plus. Make it make sense. Oh, wait, I know how to make it make sense. There we go. Wow. I think we just figured it out, guys. It's not making sense. It's making dollars.
rip them
And
if you
I
can.
bet a lot
Crystal
of them.
Trap.
There we go, boys. That's retarded. It is. It is retarded. Yeah, 100%. Training to
didn't
gamble.
reason.
Yep, everything is rigged and a scam. That's right. What a disgrace. What an absolute
Face
fucking
rage.
disgrace. But yeah, wow. It's funny because like this actually makes me way more
Crystal
mad
Trap.
than all the comments that were about me. Like I don't even care about that. That's whatever. But like this right here, this is like structural, systematic, like unfairness. I don't even know what to say.
Don't rip
Never
them if you
thought
can.
of it. Yes, it's unreal. Wow. They have to have the
Crystal
sponsors
Trap.
because it's in the clubs.
Face
the gambling
rage.
is their sponsors. I don't have a problem with FIFA having gambling in the game. I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with Peggy rating
I
it
need
for
some help
3-year-olds.
with
The
traps
problem
this
isn't the
I
fact that the
need that
gambling
clear them
after
sponsors
the
are
raid
there.
script.
The problem is the fact that it's rated for
Yeah, with rage
3-year-olds.
face and that.
That's the difference. The problem is the double standard. Yes, it's so blatant.
Yeah,
it
we need
feels
to reset
insulting.
the
It
stack
is.
soonish.
It's
Crystal
unreal,
Trap.
man.
Here's the next.
I'm
Take it,
so
take it, take it.
annoyed by this.
Face rage.
Come on,
I'm
really?
so
Yeah,
mad.
he might run through it
God,
on
you
the
ever
way
played
back.
Balatro?
See?
Steelman the case? Yeah. The
Does
gameplay
he?
itself
No.
has,
Oh
has
my
gambling
god,
mechanics.
really?
Yeah, but if
I
you
need
want to
someone
say
to
gambling
clear the traps,
mechanics make a
please.
game 18 plus, then every other game that has gotcha mechanics should
Yeah,
also
this is
be
gonna hurt a
added to
lot.
18 plus. The
Yeah,
same
just
way,
Yeah,
like,
just
why do you
rotate
think people-
cooldowns.
what
Boss
is
is
the
already on
term-
15.
Crystal
What is
Trap.
the verb that people use for doing gotcha? Whenever you do a gotcha, what do you do?
Place a banner.
What's the word?
Face
What's
rage.
the verb? You do a pull.
Oh my god.
I wonder where pulling comes from. And Peggy didn't even list that as the reason Chatter's point is void. Yeah, I know. It's unreal. Completely fucking ridiculous. Absolutely
Who's
rigged,
on Cinders and
totally
who's on
fucking
Embers?
fraudulent, completely
Yeah,
corrupt,
Bobby needs like
absolute
150
embarrassment.
cinders and I'm done.
Balatro Dev W, Peggy 18L. Fuck them. They're rigged. It's corrupt. It's a
Guess
scam.
Bellamy was on Embers,
Anyway,
wasn't he?
let's move on. Who asked this guy? for
How
his
far are you
opinion?
on Embers, Bellamy?
So who's next?
651,000 people.
Okay, wait. So he needed one more ember,
That's right. They're all
and you
talking
gave him
about
the
me, and then there's
only
also
one
people
where the
talking
boss
about what I
dropped
talked about.
3. It's kind of waste.
Yes, that's right.
'Cause
And that's
bosses
just,
could drop, like, 2
This hasn't even been
or
a
1.
day, right? Obviously, there'll be more people that watch it. But like, yeah. So
Wait,
that's the reason
No, we
why.
don't have
And
anyone
we'll go
on-
ahead. We'll read some of the comments
On
here. We'll see
Senders, right?
what the great minds have come together.
Ah,
for.
okay. In that
And,
case, then
kind of
yeah,
funny,
that's all
sad,
fine.
just parroting whatever people in the comments are saying. I don't care about this, right? It's always to do. So this is
because
an
I'm
insult
done
on
with
my
cinders now,
appearance.
and there's no one left. to take
Another
cinder.
insult on my appearance. Another
Okay,
insult
my
on
bad.
my appearance. Another insult on my lifestyle.
Embers
Bellamy
was
has
just
to
next
go
his
do the
quest
quest
after it.
first.
An insult on my
Mhm.
appearance. I never understand people who care about this guy. Okay, yep, another
Well,
insult
are
on my
we going
lifestyle.
for the quest first, then, or
This is one thing that you
Yeah,
need to
but he needs to do
understand
some
and
kind
know
of
about
quest and
Reddit.
axes and shit, doesn't
Is
he?
that Reddit is full of the most childish, simple-minded people on the entire internet that have gotten together in an echo chamber and convinced each other that they're actually smart. None of these people can engage with the actual subject matter of the video. They can't discuss an idea. And the only thing that they're capable of doing is getting together and congratulating each other for saying that somebody looks weird. That's it. There it is. And so, yeah, this is the way people think. That's the way they are. Same with YouTube comments, exactly. And so, yeah, we have another another brilliant
something
mind.
else.
We have some from
From the
the
back.
side, wherever.
Who said you were an ugly female lead?
Where the
Yep,
hell are
another
these guys
very
even
brilliant
hiding?
mind. There you go, buddy.
in
How
lava.
about that? And no, the YouTube comments. Yep. Let's see here. Well, let me explain. So here's somebody who's unhappy about what I've said. Seeing your bitch
Okay,
so
but
funny.
now I'm confused.
What's,
Nobody can get the embers right now,
What do you
right?
have a problem with me saying?
It's the cinders
What
they
is it?
can't get.
I
Have
mean
to go to
cinders. Yeah.
Nexus.
Sorry, cinders. So
But who's
Yeah,
next
what
on
is it?
Embers, though?
Gaslighting
Think
and
Iron,
no,
Muffin?
It's
I wanna
already been
understand.
announced.
Why don't you help
No,
me
I don't have to
understand
just
what the
open, that's
problem
fine.
is with what I'm saying?
Flask and
yeah,
Bellamy,
it's
Flask and
Masuel.
Onion.
I have no problem. I love typing dog
But
shit
like
in
the
chat.
fact I'm
That's it. You're
bringing this
gone,
up
bro. Get
is
the fuck
either we
outta
wait
here.
for Bellamy because now
Yep,
we're just
there we
wasting
go.
cinders if we kill Riley
Another
right
idiot
now.
came to the gauntlet to lose.
Oh well, we can do
How
some
It's a
long?
shit
trash
talking
instead to
retard
bet
who
the
knows
lag
that
or
if they
so.
get
Let's
to
get
Yeah,
out of
certain
this.
let's
If
do
he's
some
quick,
trash.
that's 15-20 minutes.
That's
Yeah,
it.
If he's
then
quick.
skip that pull timer.
Isn't that
Bellamy
ironic?
get
do
to
all the
Nexus
trash
and get that
They
shit done,
can only
please.
talk about your appearance.
Let's
Exactly.
do the LRA's
And I
trash
think that
first,
is
then
really
we
the
can
irony.
clear the
So,
other ones
and I want you
afterwards.
guys to think about this. That's actually a really, really good point. Is that when I say
Guess you have
that
to leave the
appearance
raid
of
as
Go
well.
a
do your
video
quest,
game
Bellamy.
character matters, and
5,
people care a lot
4,
about it, and then
3,
people are mad
2,
that I said that,
1.
and they respond by talking exclusively about my appearance.
Perfect pull timer.
Doesn't that prove
I guess
that
we
the
can bust the
appearance of
trash
people
even.
inside of media makes a big difference? So, in the fact that
Should I
all
go
these
as
people
well?
are angry
I will go as well and do the quest for.
proves the original point.
Oh yeah, do we
Blue
have
Tuskers.
people for sucking the
Nobody's
bosses?
talking about what I'm saying. They're not discussing it at all. They're not thinking about it. They're just
Who's
talking about
siphoning
how
the
I look.
essences right now?
Onion has to do like one more, I think,
There
or
it
two,
is.
and then he is done, and then I can do
Okay.
It's
it.
sad.
So you need to do the quest as well. True.
Well, I'm going as well.
It's really sad. Let's see here.
What the fuck is this left
And,
bird doing? Who's
honestly, you're just
sitting on
giving
there?
personal advice to
Plundering,
an
right?
industry that's eating itself
Yeah, of
Both of
course.
them are hitting us.
Oh, he's going for Tevin.
The right
Let
one is
them
what,
prove me
Jezway?
right. I guess so. They have
Damn
zero critical
trolls.
thinking skills. That's actually
What?
true.
One day
Who's the
these
right
fucking
one?
birds will do what I tell them, but
It's never
until
about what you're
then,
saying,
yes.
It's all about the shit that you live in and how you look. Absolutely.
Yeah, when I
You should
type
start
/
working out
target
shit,
gens
become
by
the biggest
nothing pops
chat.
up, so
It doesn't matter.
you can't lie to us.
My facial structure is totally fucked up. All my back teeth
I
are
mean, it
rotted
takes
out.
like 30 seconds
It
before the
doesn't
damn
matter.
birds actually
Like,
do what
I
you're
could do
telling
anything
them.
with my physique and I would still
Hey,
look
the
like a
bird does
zombie.
what you're telling them.
It doesn't make a difference.
After 30 seconds,
Like,
the first 30
I
seconds
do
you
mean
just
this,
kill
right?
whatever is
It's
in
like
your path.
irreversibly fucked. I talked to a dentist about it. So anyway, yes, there's a lot of people that are angry about me saying this. I want to let you guys know something. It does not bother me at all. I'm going to keep saying it. And here's what's really funny, is that I know that I'm right. And when this game comes out, it will be proven.
You can
Just like it
clear
was proven
Balrog
with
trash
every
as well, I
single
guess.
other
Yeah.
game that people said I was wrong
Yes,
about.
sirree. How long did it take to complete
There
that
it is.
shitty quest?
Depends.
If it's the
Depends
one
on how
in
hard he
Nexus,
fucks up on
it
Nexus.
takes a while, and he also
Plus
can't be in
David
a raid.
Jaffe's response video. I'd have to see it.
Yeah,
for
you need to
myself.
be
I don't know
solo
what it
Bellamy
is.
for the quest.
And so it begins. Oh yeah, people are doing the AI swaps and stuff like that.
You need to
maybe
kill
have some
the
people with him?
I don't really give a
guy
shit about
first.
this, right?
There's
And,
no point in
yeah.
attacking Skull
These
until
people,
when he's still alive.
What do you call it?
Yeah, then I would
They
propose
have to break the jaw
Mognar
and give you a
go
bone graft to
to a
fix the
different
jaw.
channel with
Yeah,
Bellamy, guide him
basically.
on stream as well. That it goes as fast
Audiences
as
don't
possible.
hate diverse characters.
Sure.
What they hate is being slammed as bigots and rejecting, and us for rejecting bad work from pretentious, unskilled activists posing as writers. If the demographic of your characters becomes more important than your story will probably suck. Well, of course this is true. Absolutely. Yeah, didn't get notification. Yeah, some people did, some people didn't. I feel like, I mean, there's a lot of people watching right now, so I feel like it's probably just a personal thing, right? Best way for you to prove you're right is letting them self-destruct time and time again, like it's happened before. Yep, you're right. And I find it to be very, very funny that, well, and here's also the logic that I don't understand.
Like one.
So if you're the
Just
kind
take
of
both
person
at the same
that
time, they're not
says
feeling that hard if everyone's stuck.
if you're the kind of person that says that you don't care about a character's appearance,
That's the fucking
then
water strike.
based
Pizza
off
stack on
of
the tank,
that,
guys.
by your
Or
own
the Mai Tai.
self-categorization, then you're not even in the conversation, right?
Not
because
so
it
much
doesn't
greedy,
matter
huh?
to you whether the character looks good or
Taking
not.
both?
Yeah,
But
I'm not
outside of that, there are a lot of people that do care about characters' appearances.
I might have
If there
Berserk
wasn't,
but
then
I'm not
cosmetics wouldn't sell
Once
millions of
Berserk
dollars.
of cooldown, then you have thread rest
Appearances
of the
matter.
time, you're
That's
kinda
why
unemployed.
cosmetics are so popular.
Let me
Inside of that
enjoy
group,
my.
I'm just gonna
seconds of
use
fame.
the
net
fucking
negative
dancing
to
moon
add
weapon
characters that are
glyph
weird.
next
Why
time.
even pay attention to this? It's such an obvious take. Why give it so much
They
attention?
will at least overthread him on
I
one target
understand that
though.
you might not like me talking about this.
Since the hard
but,
strike is
you
not
know,
splitting up the rune
I
weapon
wanna
on
say
different
that
targets as well,
anytime
that
that I'm
only hits
talking
your
about
first
something and
target.
people tell me not to talk about it, you will get permad.
Otherwise,
I
it
don't wanna
might
deal
be a
with
bit
that.
OP
It's
for
annoying.
cleaving.
Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, it's more obnoxious the way people on both sides comment on it. Yes, exactly. Yeah, anybody is like, oh, don't talk about this. I don't want to hear about this. Anything like that. No, bro, like, that's it. Do you think this mentality will change one day? It will, because all of the studios that do it will be out of business, and people will stop being willing to put up with it and lose money over it. So I think absolutely. Bro's on a killing spree? Absolutely. Doesn't it depend on who the target audience is? Well, of course it does. And if your target audience is a handful of people on Twitter and the game journalists that are going to review the game and say it's good even though it's bad, then yeah, sure. But just don't be surprised when your studio goes out of business and everybody that's there loses their job. Because the average people that buy games like that aren't interested in that kind of a story. They're not interested in that kind of a protagonist. And you're going to have people that aren't going to buy the game because of it. It's that simple. So yeah, I don't know really what else to say. But there you go. Let's see here. I'll read the rest of it. F's in chat, boys. What's manhood all about? The wisdom to understand that Peter should have chose Ursula over Mary Jane. I didn't even. I don't even remember Ursula. I don't remember that shit at all. And Eve or Vin Diesel's stunt double. Stunt double. Okay. What's this here? They blindly lash out at any game with a female protagonist now. Yeah, I think, by the way, this is absolutely what happens. So, people are so fed up with DEI politics that they blindly lash out at any game with a female protagonist right now. This is exactly what's happened. So, the problem is, like, now, it's like once people kind of identify a pattern,
It's just gonna clear up to Beth.
Even things that it doesn't exist in.
And
I
we
think
don't
that's
have
the reason why
to
people
try
are
and
so
jump.
angry about The Witcher. Because they assume that's what's
People
going
are
to
gonna
happen.
aggro this.
Yeah, already too late. Get it, get it.
Really? I didn't know that. So yeah. And no one's lashing out at 2B. No, they're not. Absolutely not. And so yeah. What is this here? That's a personal problem. Well, here's the issue though, is that if
The guy on the
there are
left
enough
doesn't have a
people that
shield.
have a personal problem, it becomes a game problem. And the issue is that if you just always assume that, oh, well, all of the people that don't like this are just a small group of people on the internet, well, that works fine. But when the entire sales of the game reflect what the people on the internet are saying, then you can't say that anymore.
How the fuck do you even
can't
kill
say
these
that,
guys
man.
before the elemental
The
gets loose?
protagonist must be female and unattractive.
Got his
Yeah, I
spot
guess so,
before he killed
right?
Big guy.
And so the problem is that, what's this? There are no
Him you
female
say for
witchers.
last.
I don't know what the details on that are. But anyway, yeah, I do think that some people like are seeing
You're
red
just
when
too
there's
lazy
no
to do
red,
that.
like with Witcher 4. But I think also there's a reason why people are
Imagine
doing
stopping
that.
DPS.
Foreshadowing.
Nah.
Not stopping DPS, just walking DPS.
Yeah, you can also just like pull him next to the ones without shields and let melee cleave off of it.
Yes, let's blame the tanks.
Okay.
I wasn't tanking, but not my fault.
Okay.
He didn't pop the fucking
yeah,
berserk.
there we go,
Link.
guys.
My body is ready.
You can't really compare Witcher 4 with
Patsy, I
Concord.
got
I don't
no clue
think
what
so
you're
either.
doing.
My
but
body is
keep
not
healing
ready.
you.
Also, how
I'm
do you
gonna die.
determine if it's occurring or not? I don't know.
Well,
You just
that
make
was
an
your own
educated
fucking
decision
fault.
based off of the facts at hand.
died how he
Nice
lived.
telling me no.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, spam, you have to
And,
get a
gaming
tank
is
spec for
addictive.
trash.
What is this? Oh, this is some Netflix thing from.
Nah,
from
he's doing a perfect
Fragilla
good job
in,
with
what do you
ours.
call it? Witcher.
Yeah, he took
Yeah,
all the
we
damage, right?
love
Just more
seeing him
bullshit,
dead.
many
I
bacterial
mean,
habits and not maintaining
It's a
a
good
rune.
sacrifice.
He just
The
doesn't
reality is
survive
that
these
I only
kinda
cleaned my
suicides.
downstairs.
That's
Yeah,
the true
like,
healer
I
test.
never cleaned my upstairs room at
Well,
all.
that's no healer
And
test.
also, like,
That's
I
actually
don't
the
really think
moments
it's
where
that
we
bad.
grab a bag of popcorn and watch it.
It is. Yeah, it is. Okay, it is that bad. Yeah, it's.
No,
yeah,
he
it's
can
not
be
so good.
saved.
But you know, is this some kind of a euphemism? No, no.
Well,
I'm just saying, like my living room. My
maybe
bedroom,
someday
you know,
the tanks in
bathroom, and,
this
like, my
guild
kitchen,
will
those are the ones I
be
clean. I
able
never
to
cleaned this room.
withstand my
I was gonna
threat.
do it on stream. That's why I didn't. But yeah, and
How about
yeah,
it just
no,
But
this
today
one, it
is
was
not
all
that
very
day.
Worry
dirty.
about it.
Asmon was right.
I blame
Baldur's
Suma.
Gate 3 most picked
Yeah.
character editor options created the most generic dude
But
possible.
I guess the
Larian
tricks and the
collected data
misdirects
from
are
the
not
character
strong enough
creator
for
and was
not
very
exists, and
surprised by
that's
what it
trash.
found.
Oh, please,
I'm sure.
Mr. Classy.
Wow.
It's gonna be fun.
Wow, I wonder why. What
But
a
yeah,
shock.
I take no responsibility.
Man.
Jets.
Yet we are still giving it to you.
I wonder why. You don't care about female witchers, but fans care? Then stop trying to make me carry your cross and go talk to other fans.
Oh,
I don't want to
need
fight
some
your
healing
battle.
still.
If you don't like that and it makes you mad because of the lore, why do I have to carry your fucking cross? Stop trying to get me to complain about something because you're mad about it. I don't give a fuck. I'm not even saying you're wrong. I'm saying I don't give a fuck. Stop it. You're annoying. Juxtaposition of peak male fantasy? Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Man, it's really funny because I think that's actually incredibly fucking true. Wow, top one for me, please. I mean, holy fuck, the Warhammer episode was so good, was it? You know, the worst thing about it is it kind of looks like me. If I put on a red shirt, it looks like me. Oh, no. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, a little bit, right? Oh, God.
Bam, I
What
got no
is
clue
this?
what
It's
happened,
okay
but
to
I'm
have masculine
blaming
trait
you.
and then, old people trait
I
women in
blame
video games
tanks
as long as you
still.
don't feel obnoxious. Yeah, I think this character was
I mean, I feel good about
Metal Gear
having his
Solid
repair
3. I
bill
don't remember who it was or
get
anything, but that's
increased
what
like that.
Gaming
I
Wait,
blame the
Superkid
healers.
would- oh,
Don't we
God.
have guild
Candace
repairs?
Owens narrowly beats
No.
his son
Yeah,
Piker to
oh,
win
this, man?
anti-Semite of the year.
I don't have money
Only-
for
Wow.
this.
How do we know that it was
Only,
narrow? Did
well,
they
I guess you
publish
have
the
to be careful
votes?
then.
Yeah.
Original artist behind the toy car
should
town
try being
road
a tank
play
then. They
dies
just
at
let you
age
die.
97.
Yeah.
Sam has built his
Man.
WoW career
I
around
actually
guild
didn't have
repairs.
one of these, but I think that's kind of
But you
that's
you
kind of
kind of
interesting how
deserve
seemingly almost
dying.
everybody else did. 97 years old. Holy shit.
Thanks.
Oh,
Wow.
Landrin, please fucking
Men help,
fix
men
that.
happy. What's this? I did, yeah.
No, he won't do that if he knows what's good for him.
Last time I got load ban, man.
Well, it's for the crystals for the bank, Landrin. Don't worry about it.
What the hell can you get loot banned? That's the only rogue.
Yeah, we
That's
kind
not
of need
too
some
hard.
enchants.
We need
Oh, we have
shots.
droids with
To be a
off spec,
man.
so that's not a big deal.
Is it?
So, do you want to start on Beth?
Look at that guy.
Oh,
He's doing
We're
all
here
the...
with say so.
Yeah,
He's the
let
one.
me just hear how far they are.
Oh,
We just keep
shit.
killing trash, get some
Yeah.
B-wings.
Yeah, sure.
No, well, we
Man,
can
that was
clear the front
badass.
yard just
Oh.
to keep us busy.
Oh, the fucking
Yeah.
dog. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Maybe we'll
Just
get some
carried an
trash loot in
entire
then
raid,
today.
yeah, bro, like it was
Oh, we
this
can
guy, man.
practice in not standing and shit.
He was
Nah,
the one who
That's
said,
How
working
the
Okay.
pretty
fuck do
well
you not
yet.
stand this
Look at
shit?
this, Tessa. That's fucking
Especially if
nice.
the tanks are griefing us.
Yeah, I love it.
What the
What is this?
fuck,
This character
Knuda?
don't want their names will be called a bigot, incel, etc.
I'm not
I
as
mean, the thing
familiar
is,
with
like, people
tanking
can
as
say this
the
all they
Death
want.
Knight and Druid, but
My,
do they have taunt like
my
warriors?
opinion is, like, just wait and
No.
see.
They do not.
If
Oh,
people
what
are
the
so
fuck is
Apparently
passionate
not.
about being
But
right
they
about
don't
this
have
and
taunt,
these
it's
kinds
called
of games
different.
being super popular, then let's just
It's
wait
like
and see what happens.
I can't use
I mean,
it.
I think I know what's gonna happen, but
DPS
maybe
loss.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
we're gonna have to find out. I've seen
The
enough,
good thing
yeah, I
is the
have too.
DK doesn't
But
need a
apparently
taunt.
some people need another lesson.
No, we
I
just
work
need
as
to
a
circle the
contractor
fucking grid.
for Mass Effect 5.
Where you're going, just continue here on the left side.
We
We'll
got an
just clear up
all-hands
everything as
on-deck
long as
meeting
they're not
last
here.
week. Devs were asked to delay
Fingers crossed for
features or
some
any
loot.
content that may be deemed woke or political, and defer
We
them
need
to
a
future
tank trinket,
patches.
for sure.
As was, we were tasked to
I
report
guess
if the
there are still
audit
some of the
detected
that
anything
are up
might
for the
resemble them, so they might be
strength
fixed.
trinket
The
as
company
well,
wants to
since we
work
haven't
with
seen
the
any.
Didn't we
as clean
give
as
him
possible,
a full
and
life?
introducing woke stuff silently through
No,
the patches.
I-
I fear this might be industry-wide.
Last one
They
I
wouldn't be
gave
issuing
to
this so early otherwise,
Bobby.
so tread
That's
carefully,
actually
that's
not
all.
that bad.
That's a good one.
Well, what
Yeah,
do
just
you
it's
think,
the
guys? Is
fucking
this
crystal.
random Redditor right?
Jay, get one of those shards if we get one.
Yeah. Then it's the first
been
one.
Still
posting
need
on
this
Reddit.
one.
Yeah, no credit. Guys,
I have it on my
this
DP
has
as
to
well.
be true, right?
Pretty nice.
Has to be true. I mean, I want it to be true, so that means it's real. Owning the chuds. What's this? I had this drawing idea.
Oh, that was
Fragile
too bad. I was
masculinity.
hoping you were dying again, Bam.
I saw I didn't get any heals. Then I was
You're
actually
not
smart.
going to bully people into buying
Stop
a video
DPSing.
game. What are you thinking?
No, I just moved 2 meters.
What do you
Use
think?
advantage.
How could
He put on
Do
the
you think
shield.
I'm DPSing?
Imagine actually
think this
moving
is
out
gonna
of shit.
happen?
That is
Yeah, comparing
amazing.
these
Like,
two
you
games as
deserve a
well.
prize.
You're not
I'm
gonna
not
like,
saying,
oh,
but
yeah,
it's
maybe
more
if
vengeance
we
to
make
take
one
damage.
more
You can
post-Christmas,
pay me
then
back
somehow
by
it's gonna be
forcing
Price is
tanks.
ass kicking,
okay.
yeah.
No, it's kind of funny.
You
I
need to
don't
force
even-
tanks to use taunt.
I'm not the boss of
I
the
just
tank.
think it's dumb.
Ah!
I'm not
Pretty
annoyed.
sure
It's
the
just
wives
like,
is.
okay,
But
all right,
do they
we'll
need
have
money
fun,
for
right?
it? The spell? Because
I
I
need
can.
money for the
Boss? I
wife.
don't know.
But, yeah.
What's this when AI art is
I'm
possible
gonna
to
die
Every
with it.
taunt,
nowadays?
1,000 gold.
I'm gonna be real. Like, I think a lot of the anime AI art is really good. I do. I think it's impressive. Like, a lot of people like to act like they don't
I've
like
been
it.
thinking
but
about
I don't
getting a
think
wife,
people could really tell
but
the
I've heard
difference
they're
between whether
expensive.
something was anime or
Yeah.
sorry, was it AI or not. I bet
I got
probably
one for
90%
sale
of
if it
people
is.
couldn't tell the difference.
You have
I
one
mean,
for
does she
sale.
cook?
You just have to pay the expenses.
Yeah, the last one does look at. I feel like
Quite a good deal.
Again, does
these
she cook?
two definitely people
No.
could probably see it. The other one,
I
She's
mean,
white.
it would
Yeah.
really help if you waited
yeah.
for the tanks to go in
Let's
first.
see here, gooning and hating.
That was a
saying.
power best.
24 male
No, it
healthy.
wasn't.
I
It's
lost an
a
argument
fucking
today.
lack
You
of
are
I got
healing.
mistaken.
super angry. About 10 seconds later, I just randomly ejaculated.
Okay,
Oh.
I thought I joined a semi-hardcore guild, but apparently this is below casual. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Why would you
and
say
it's
that?
on purpose. Like, this
We're not
looks
trash
good. We
rating
got
hardcore for sure.
dead Norwegians and dead Lundrains. I'm happy. Oh, we got something from behind.
New guild
I
name.
like it.
Below
Did you see how
casual on
fast the tank
purpose.
were there?
It
Fucking
sounds
insane.
made up. I don't know.
Jets.
Like, I hope so.
Just
For
remember
people
to
who
stand
don't
in
know
the
how
jets.
based,
It's more
Warhorse
damage.
is, choose your platform for crowdfunding. Oh,
More
yeah.
rage
So
for the
people
Get
who
haste
didn't
if you
back-
stand in the.
The people who backed the Kickstarter for Kingdom Come,
It's like a
the
free
first
heroic
one,
league.
actually get the second game for free,
Go for the dogs
which
next.
is fucking
It's always a fun
insane.
practical.
Yeah,
Oof.
people that backed the game back in the day, that everybody that did that is getting the second game for fucking free. Isn't that insane?
There's something wrong with
I
my
need to play
holy
this game,
light.
man. I really do. Like, at a certain point, just to
You
pay
trained
my
it?
respects, you know.
I mean, it's
Yeah, I know,
supposed
it's
to
insane.
be
Like,
like
who the fuck does that? This studio is
300.
wild. Yeah, I know. Play the first one. I will at some point. We
Yeah,
say
it's supposed to be
farewell to Diablo
300%
4 with
increased
their own
healing
live-action
when I
trailer.
got the
Uh-oh,
buff
what's this?
or the proc. Oh, man, wrong warrior.
A warrior loss is still sad. I'm grieving for him. He goes off. Sadistic fucks.
I'm not saying, but we kind of need to pull the turbos.
Oh, we might skip those if we don't
Ah.
have to.
They're gonna drop the
I
QE
gotta
for
say,
sure.
the
I can feel it.
Invincible did look really good in Diablo 4.
What does the turtles do?
Yeah,
Oh, don't worry, just hit them.
They're fun.
I'm not gonna hit them.
I think fun is different. But, okay, we have a blacksmithing recipe here, does it?
man.
Oh, I need
Man.
AMS to pull the ones in the lava.
Oh, it's really doing it. Oh my god. let's get
Oh, I
the
can't
flip,
fucking get
let's flipper in. But
Wait.
get used to that. We will have that pre-back on one bus. So
They did this? I don't even remember this at all.
What the fuck are these things?
Cowabunga.
Fucking
Yeah, I never
insane,
saw this.
dude. QE for sure.
they are maybe mutant, but no Ninja Turtles.
Jeez.
Didn't even drop anything.
Bro, this
25
guy-
3 silver.
Now you know where the idea of robot vacuum is coming from. Lizard kinda invented it.
Oh, those
Oh my god.
Yeah, nice.
those also spin around and kill people.
Oh, nice spam.
Well, they spin around, but I don't think any robot vacuum cleaners killed anyone.
I don't
you'd
dislike the
be
guys on the
surprised.
DIY
Might
team.
be
I think
lethal
they're-
for
they're
hamsters
nice,
or
they're
so, I don't
funny.
know.
How the hell
That's
did
true.
those
Deliver
turtles
us
get
to
on top of
exile?
this fire?
What the fuck did that come from?
Oh, I don't. I think it was
Man.
the Tengen discourse.
Fucking tanks, man.
Yeah, fucking tanks.
Don't
Oh,
Don't
bam,
do
you're
it
Narnia.
Sure, guys.
Oh, yeah.
don't dodge yourself. Just let Ben die. That's fine.
Oh, they reflect.
How we have to give him a bit of comfort at least.
Oh.
Sometimes.
Dodge roll with me into the future. Oh god. Man, that's
I'm
good.
not
So
saying
many
this about
tabs,
you
I
got that
know.
fucking
Well,
power.
I actually,
He's
there's the video. Give it a like. That actually was funny.
That
was
that
good.
is
I
true.
thought it was
Yes.
going to be. Also, I've
Well
been
worth
playing PoE. So
I think we
yesterday
need that
I
in the
didn't
middle of the
stream,
lava, to be honest.
which logically meant that
No,
I did
it's
actually get
bow
through a
roll, but
number. I got a lot of
ineptitude.
things done in real
Okay.
life, but I also played PoE pretty much the whole day.
Bam.
I have this shield now.
You see how
I got
close
this
I
pair of
was to
boots.
the.
These boots are pretty
ah.
good. I got
I'm
this
not
new
saying, but that's
necklace. It's
like
got
to another
45
side.
spirit on it. I
Okay,
got
when
plus
there's a
2
shield on
minion
it,
chest piece, or sorry, helmet
don't
here.
hit
I
it
got this
with
chest
stuff.
piece
Very
here
hard.
too. And let's see, what else do we get? We didn't get
I'm
anything
gonna
else
let
besides
you
that. I've got my
dodge kill
gems.
you. Okay.
So I've got
Yeah,
my
I'm gonna go
arsonist
for
right
it.
here, level 24. Look at all the boys I got going
Hit it
on.
hard, very fast.
Why,
Oh, I
why
don't
would
have
you
them
try
yet.
to
But
save
anyway,
them?
I have almost
Flushy?
400 spirit now.
Because the resing
I've been
takes
playing
longer,
this
that's
game
why.
like fucking crazy.
Oh, fuck,
Like,
I
I actually
couldn't
was
get the
thinking about
diamond, guys.
quitting. I was thinking about like
Now
okay,
we have
I'm gonna
enough to
stop
kill
playing.
around,
Not
so
because it was
leave those
bad, but
fucking
just because like
turtles.
I feel like I kind of hit the ceiling. I'm gonna say I don't
Yeah, I
like
did
the new
get
map
the last
system.
one.
Such
Kind of
a
flex.
useful invention in here.
It
Oh wait, there's still one active. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
it'd be
great if
they
they
need that for speed running. Two, right? Where it's like I see what they're
Yeah,
trying to do with the
that's
new
gonna
map
push us
system,
forward.
and I appreciate that. But
Do you have to
Oh, I-
kill the turtles
like,
to
need
the
get
that.
old
speed
system
run?
No, it'd be good
right
if
now
it
was
did.
better,
I very much
but
doubt
the
that anyone's ever
philosophy
killed.
behind the new one, I think, can become
There's
something
still
really
a
good.
turtle in the back.
Oh,
Someone go
so
pull
Guys,
it.
guys, I know there's
Not a
like
big
this
fan
worm in the
personally,
lava
right?
over here.
So yeah,
For sure
and
be
you're
you.
at
Hey,
endgame.
can I get water walking?
Well, I mean,
Jungle?
Can we
you
just
know,
kill the
I'm
normal mobs
PoE,
that are
it's like, what
standing
is
around
endgame?
you, Knutta?
But like, I finished the
that's
campaign,
like a
and I'm
worm
like,
over here.
you know, I did my,
This
my
finally
ascendancy,
has
my
the
third ascendancy.
possibility to
I
be a little
failed my
kid, so
ascendancy.
don't
I'm just
take
gonna tell you
that
guys, I
away
failed
from
my
I have
him.
to
Yeah,
look
yeah,
at this
like
worm
on
for a
his
long
I
rabbit.
did
time.
the exact same
Just like over
thing.
here.
Didn't work.
The
Oh,
exact
look at
same
this
fucking
fucking
thing.
lava devil.
So do you know like those fire lines?
We took kill it.
Oh,
Instantly
Oh,
killed
that
me
one.
3 times in a
We need
fucking
this
row.
one.
Yeah, that's right. And so I went out
It,
there.
it looks
fortunately,
like
I
it
don't
cost a job.
And so
That's
Yeah.
I
for sure
decided,
gonna be
okay,
Bye bye,
fine.
Knutta.
This time I will never take a gauntlet
There are
room.
some small ones on the right
Never.
as well. It's gonna.
I
Yeah,
didn't.
we.
You know what
I'm
I
not
ended
gonna go out
the
there,
third
Tila.
floor with?
Yeah, I'm surprised people actually jumped in.
100% honor.
The
Like,
XNG
I
was
didn't
was
get
at
hit
least
once.
brave enough to join.
gonna be BUE for sure.
Nope.
Ooh, but that somehow taking more damage by time. Is that possible?
Dude, same. Yeah.
Now we can
it was
we have
just,
the jump strat.
Did you get the 4th ascendancy too? No, I haven't
Oh,
yet.
it's a
I have
BUE
to
test.
do a 75 ultimate,
No,
which
what
I'm
do you
actually
do?
looking forward to.
Oh my
way
god,
more
Priest actually
than
pulled
No,
it.
it's into
the
silver.
Sanctum can suck my fucking dick.
Are you
Like
going
it took
better
so
like now?
long. It was so annoying.
No,
So
we
yeah,
will
I
go.
think that they should make the Sanctum
How far
to where
are
you only
they?
have to do 2 of them
Ooh,
rather
that's
than
let me
3.
ask.
I feel like having to go from 1 to 3 is like a
Oh,
really
we
big
have some
jump.
mobs there to the
And
bridge.
that's
Let's take
terrible.
them out
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
gonna do a little break
40%
if they're
damage
not
debuff
done
is
yet.
bullshit. I'm gonna be
Imagine
honest.
having to
like,
do
for my
break
character, it doesn't even matter. It literally does
after
not even
one
matter.
boss.
Like I can melt
We
a tier
haven't
10
even
boss
started
like
yet.
like it wasn't even me.
Bam. Try
It
it
was so
again.
good. I complained about Sanctum until I honor capped resistance.
It's fine.
Well, yeah, but like I don't think that's really a good
mean,
way to
can't
do
I
it,
even
though,
pop
right? I mean, it's like,
everything and
oh, it was
do
bad until I
Blade
got all the
Storm
systems, and then it was
0.3
good. Shouldn't it be
seconds
good
in?
right away?
Does
I don't
everything
know.
mean also shield wall?
What's this? Unrestricted gaming
Yeah.
is beautiful.
He's
Oh,
at
shit,
the
you can go in
disc.
the
The
mountains
disc
in Red Dead?
takes like, I don't know, 3
Ooh.
minutes. Doesn't
At
take long.
least.
Come here, Porky.
No,
It
but
was
then you
very
also need
fast.
the end boss as
There's
well.
this. He'd be gassed, bro. He'd be gassed out.
He's got Machna there.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a discount.
Yeah.
Does he?
That's his sister? Yeah, I know. That's what I said. I said it's his wife.
Wait. All the other warlocks managed. Even Bobby.
Wait, do we need to do the branch?
No, bro.
Purple.
Yeah, this is so
Yeah,
unrealistic. He
have
would
to
not
do
be
the
Oh,
running.
that's turtles again.
Yeah.
Are you guys even killing warlocks now?
Oh, God.
What the
There
fuck is
There
that
we
turtle
go.
coming from?
The train? Yeah, I thought they were going to have the train run him over. What a good game.
Oh.
Ugly if
Were there some hiding somewhere and down in the lava?
Storytelling? You're right, but it's the mining canary. I think that's what happens the first time. What is this? Here's how to spin a metal bar really fast.
He's
Stand facing
Okay.
towards the lava when he spins.
Is this how to become Wukong? Ooh, okay, okay.
Just bonus
Can you
damage.
speed up the camera?
Well, if I were a priest right here, it would be huge.
To do what?
Oh, not gonna grip someone into the spin,
Mhm.
for sure.
Wait, isn't
Oh,
this...
into this beam, okay.
Isn't this a song?
With the next expansion, you can do like shit
So I
like that,
thought.
but then you run to the camp and do AoE grip.
Did anyone
It's even harder.
Oh, Bam got following me.
Oh,
He's okay.
Damn.
Let's
Yeah.
see, how
can
can
you
I?
run over the bridge somehow and do a jump on the mount?
Yeah, just run into it towards the lava and run a step out, then he remains in.
Bro, this guy's insane!
Yeah, I need
what
to
the
get
fuck?
him in the lava.
Yeah, wrong direction. Not that downstairs. Go just here next to us where we are
Oh
at the
my
way.
God.
Ah, yep.
Don't fuck with this guy? Yes. Like, I thought he was just gonna be fucking around with it. He just went crazy there. Dynasty War, yeah, he's breaking the frames. I know, look at this. Where is it? Yeah, it's like
You're
every
getting
single
the
frame was a
knockback
different one.
charge.
The
Hey, just
Astrobot
come out to us
experience
and
in 2
stay
minutes.
at the shore. Yeah, exactly that way, okay?
Yeah, don't
more-
heal him.
Yeah, one
Don't.
more pack, we just continue and you stay there.
Joven! Joven, I swear to God, you're gonna be so loot bad if you keep healing him.
Oh, Knut, we pulled by the way, thanks, Gogo.
We can pull back.
Knut, you can get the turtle after.
Joven!
You know what would have been
Go
really
back.
funny
Don't worry, Tess, I got you.
is if they had played a laugh track
Oh
then.
god, that's too much damage again. Where are you gold people?
That would have been so
Stop
fucking
healing Bam.
Yeah,
you
don't
imagine that?
stand close
Oh,
to him.
they're gonna explode in a second.
He's taking more heal than the whole evening yet.
That's better.
Oh,
Turtle
yeah.
incoming.
We got it.
But we sacrifice jungle for that one and Widow as well.
I mean, everybody
That's
knows Jeff
fine.
Keighley is
I
being
mean,
bought by Sony.
Everyone
Put
knows
this
a
on
good
Twitter,
mate
by
is
the
a
way.
death mate anyways.
You don't have to wonder what
I hope
date
you know
us
the
if you're
reason
all
why
alone on
I
rating since
I
you
did that was
kinda
because I knew
abuse the
people would
people
clip
too
it out of
hard.
context and get mad.
Fuck,
That
did you
this
find
game
that
won Game of the Year.
Oh,
Big
Bureau
Maul.
is
Yeah.
AFK
You know
up
what's
here.
gonna
Please
happen
tricks him on
I'm
the
gonna
back
play
over
it,
here.
and I'm gonna find out for my fucking self. Because at the end of the day, I was
You
talking
can like
shit.
tricks the skull.
I've never seen it.
on
But is
Bureau.
that everything so
And now
far?
we're
One
gonna find
recipe
out.
in the
Yeah.
neck? Nothing else?
Oh, do we have a misdirect for Lundrain on the skull?
I'm gonna take a
Oh
break.
yes,
I gotta
Yeah,
get some food,
please.
man. I think I might play
please
If- if
misdirect
you-
one.
if-
Dre.
Hey, it's
Yeah.
on Hazelnut now. Get misdirected.
Oh,
better than Wukong.
Wait. If I can sacrifice myself,
Not better than
I can
Wukong,
pull the
so
pack
like this.
into them.
yeah, please.
Okay, everyone run away. Everyone run away.
Yeah.
The
Dad,
funny
can
thing
just
is, I
come
used
on,
to do
just
that
kill
when I
it
was a
and then
kid,
let's
but
break it
the
to Bellamy's
controllers
I wanna watch
didn't tell me to do
Lundgren
that.
die.
No.
I just did that on my
Let me
own.
kill them. Flashy.
All right. To be fair, Yeah. it was
DJ,
Oh,
get away.
they're coming.
DJ,
They're
get away.
coming.
Oh, he's that.
Oh, he's
one.
running.
you
He's
can
running.
get that
Ah, fuck.
This is real. It's a really fun game.
People who have friends like that don't need
Yeah.
enemies anymore.
Man.
Man, why
I
did
gotta
it?
say, that
they
God
have
of War
to
level
come
took
back
it to the
right
next
when-
level. It did. I had a lot
But you
more-
took too long to
That went so hard.
Motherfucking tanks. I'm AFK, but
Yeah,
still.
it was actually really
dead.
good. Like as much as I wanted to hate
Zero
Wukong,
buttons pressed per minute. What is
or
going
not
on?
Wukong, sorry.
I mean,
Astrobot.
Gilman got himself loot banned for
I
trying to
didn't.
keep you up.
I did not hate it. I thought it was really
Yeah,
good.
you kinda drowned, Bane.
I-
Bam.
You guys have to
Oh,
Where,
understand
where
that,
do we
like,
go now?
a lot of times,
Might
like
as well
I just
go
say
for
it.
random
Well, I guess we
words
can
that don't
wait
make
it, Raya.
sense, and I just keep
We're
talking
here
and then
again.
like kind of talk it out after the fact.
You can go out and
I don't
reset.
think
About like
ever
every
seen,
sentence that I
Firelands
say,
Yeah.
there's at least
played.
one word that shouldn't be there.
Clear again, yes.
That's it. No
No,
one hated it.
no,
That's
no,
not
no.
the issue.
It's not
I
really
don't know.
worth. Let's
That's
see
not
how
how you use
far they
clippers.
are.
Wait, what?
Can't really reset it since Janix is dead, can you?
That's not how you use it. I don't know. I've never had to use
Yes,
it.
you can reset the trash. That belongs
it's
to all the
only
other
if
bosses.
you-
Yeah, I've
but
never.
it's
Yeah,
Alice
clippers can use them.
spawning,
I never had to do
it's,
that myself.
Beth
Hopefully not.
spawning, this one here
It has a
spawning, but the
point.
rest
There
in
we
the
go. It's
beginning is
fixed. What
completely
else
empty
needs to be
after.
fixed in the game?
Oh,
What
tank
is this?
moving
What they
towards
think I
me.
want?
I'm
What I
scared.
actually want? Yeah, obviously. Well, people want to have
Imagine
attractive
being a tank
characters
with
that look
that
cool.
mystery.
I mean, it's really not that complicated, is it? Devs finding out that they
That
have to
doesn't make
compete with
sense at
Elden
all.
Ring for a third year.
It's fucking awesome for killing people.
Yeah, but that's the only purpose, nothing else.
And by the way, tanks. I know it's 100% my fault, but I like to pretend it's your fault.
Okay,
man.
he's at the final boss.
Astrobot 2 will beat it.
So
Oh,
go
you're right.
get your
Astrobot
drinks,
2.
go
Very good
pee,
point.
I will
and then
Google
we're gonna
AI
go
needs to
full
chill
ham.
out.
Yet.
There
Do
are
we
many
need to
things.
kill the
I'm
boss in
feeling
here for him
depressed.
also,
There are
or-
many
I can
things you
give you
can
a
try
tip.
to deal with
Wait.
Oh, yeah,
depression.
true.
One Reddit user
Yeah,
suggests
should
jumping off the
Let's
Golden
go
Gate
up
Bridge.
to the.
Some other suggestions are staying
Wait
connected
until
with your
Sima
family or
comes here, because he
exercising.
has a gift for you guys.
But
Oh!
I don't
Where
believe
did
this.
you find those scorpions?
Okay. Google.
Oh, I don't think I have a taunt.
The good thing is, if you keep
Fine.
on doing like that, then the rest doesn't have to move, just deliver more.
Don't die, bam.
Okay.
it's okay.
So
We're
it
trying not
does
to heal him.
not tell you to kill yourself.
It's actually taunting now.
Oh, and by the way, Bam, I don't blame
It doesn't.
the tanks. I
Why
blame the
not?
healer for your death.
Maybe it will in Canada.
Use the Healthstone if
I
you're
don't
low,
know
bam.
anymore.
No, it was
Yeah, I know.
definitely a
That's
tank's
you
fault.
know, just the way it is. It's old, but it used to. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I was so
Well,
sure
Dev,
it would
I
be a
already looked at it
leader.
before. All shopping malls should
Let's
offer
go
this.
to the extra boss because we need to kill that as well. Actually,
Oh, it's not next in line already, yeah. True.
Yeah,
You
you
wanna
can
know
follow
why,
on Tessa
America
if you.
can't have this?
They
Yeah,
are
it's always a
learned.
good idea. If you want to get grilled, then do so.
I would never get people
can't
killed. I'm a
America
very
have
friendly
this?
person.
Just in case Demo is
It's because
streaming
we
again, then
already
we have
do.
proof that that's not right, Tessa.
Man.
Oh, that's like more trash.
PTSD,
I mean, you have no
exactly.
proof that it was me who ran him
Oh
into
my
the lava.
fucking God.
Just
That'd
saying.
be bad. It's really happening.
took a
Yeah, that
picture.
is funny though. What is this? The linchpin of gaming's ailments. If games are treated like meaningless, disposable
I'm
trash,
pretty sure
they're more
Kalmar is
vulnerable
streaming,
to
so we
soulless
could just
propaganda.
watch his
What
VOD
is this
here.
here? Video games can never be art.
I
by
think
some
maybe
guy
I
named
could give
Roger,
out the melee
okay?
loot.
Having once made the
Uh,
statement above,
the
I
loot that
declined
isn't
all
half the loot.
opportunities to enlarge your opponent or defend it. That seemed to be a fool's
Oh,
errand,
God.
especially
Oh,
given the
that's
amount
what
of
it
messages
is.
I
Yeah,
received.
okay.
I remain
gonna die to
convinced
this
that in
shit.
principle video games
Where
cannot
are you?
be art. Perhaps it's foolish of me
You
to
can
say
also do the
never.
caster rings, I think.
But
Where did you
let
die,
me say
Knut?
no video
I
game
got
gamer
you.
now
I
living will
got you.
survive long enough to experience the medium as an art form.
It's Tessa. She dragged me into the lava.
I mean,
Guess we never did that shit on 25 man before, did we?
No.
You can run from them.
What did you pull?
They kind of charged me. And
I
it
don't know.
was
Like,
just fucking
well,
death.
it's just some. I mean, it's just some. It's just some stupid old retard. I mean, what are we gonna do? We're gonna spend time talking about this? Who cares? What's this? This is yeah. It's an old boomer, an out of touch boomer. This literal bait. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start a bit of loot.
I guess we don't have that much more, do we?
Oh, we do.
Oh, that's like a nick.
That's a pretty
Just
decent
to
belt.
pass the time a bit.
I thought he was gonna do like an explosion or something at the end. Game of the year, by the way. Yeah. It's actually like it makes me so sad that I can't like scramble my brain and have the experience of playing. Elden Ring for
How
the first
is
time.
this off spec, Knuta?
Dude,
Since
those
he has it
first
already,
couple of days playing
that's
Elden
why.
Ring, it's like I think about
Oh.
how insane that game was.
Give it to Demo
It was
though.
beyond fucking insane. It was so good. It was fucking peak, yes. And it's like what was nuts about it, and like it was that game. There were a few of them. There was like that game, Wukong. I remember when I played the Cyberpunk intro, I was like, guys.
Are we getting stuffed with Honda loot?
Obviously.
Like EX and
The good
DJ
times
has
are right now.
384
I can't
eye
wait for
level.
Night Rain. Me too. I'm really excited for it. I don't think it's going to have the scale and scope and quality as Elden
Oh,
Ring
we stuck
did,
them lately,
but
but
it doesn't have to. As long as it's a fun game with good combat, I'll play it a lot. True Witcher fans, what says shame on you clowns, incels misogynists, and shameful
Jungle,
men.
can I ask you
I
something?
feel like a lot of people,
Yep.
most of the frustration
Why do
didn't
you
really
have
to do with
defects and
Siri. It was
not
that other
normal?
intergalactic game. I don't
Oh,
think there
because
were
I
that
got
many
4 piece
people who
already,
were mad about
with
Siri.
the
Like maybe
tier
there was a
head,
handful,
so
sure, but
I
it
haven't
wasn't
bothered
as big as the
getting,
intergalactic
rolling on the-
pushback either. Witcher
the,
fans are very
the
mad.
rock set, yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I mean, this is what I thought about the
The only
Witcher,
head
right?
upgrade
It's like
for
I
me
thought
now is the
Cyberpunk was
one
really
from
good. I feel like Witcher
Raggy.
3 was really good. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and hope the game's good. That's it. Yeah, Aspen having Astrobot was one of the funniest streams in a while. Most importantly, don't remember seeing him have fun playing a game. Yeah, it was a good time. Absolutely. No, I love playing Astrobot. It was great. Yeah, I feel like everybody liked it. Astrobot's stream was a W. Yeah, I feel like everybody was positive about it. So I'll probably play it again.
Let's see.
University of
So,
Michigan DEA
Simmer, what kind
administrator
of
fired
off
over
spec
alleged-
do you
when
want
did this
that
happen?
for?
Is this recent?
Resto?
Is this like from? Yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
watch something
fuck you.
happen like years ago.
We
Right?
have 2 of those, so it doesn't matter.
Let me see if I can get
Give
this
Simmer,
open.
give Knut another story.
I don't want to feed his
2
rest
days
of
ago.
spec.
Okay, all right.
Why
I'll see
not?
what happened. Fired over alleged anti-Semitic remarks.
Can
Yeah.
bring my DK
Okay.
instead, and he can heal instead of
Let's see
me.
it.
With trouble in Ann Arbor, a diversity, equity, and inclusion administrator at the University of Michigan fired over making alleged anti-Semitic remarks. Rachel Dawson, the director of the university's
There's a
Office
lot of
Academic
people who
and
need-
Intercultural Initiatives, is accused of making multiple anti-Semitic comments at a conference.
But her lawyer is denying those claims,
Yeah,
saying
because
she never
it's
said
the only
anything
cast
like
ring
that.
in here
Let's get
that's
to
worth
Erica
anything.
Erickson live tonight. Erica, what can you tell us
It's
about
true, you
this
get the
story?
one from Reputation and this one, so everyone wants it.
Yep.
I'm gonna look at some.
She says straight up that her attorney, or excuse me, her client's rights are being violated.
Eye level stuff.
Raid roll.
Time to play some Path of Exile.
Tensions heating up at the
Well,
university.
if it's
I'm
a
not
crackdown
gonna
on-
rate roll
that
stuff.
doesn't even make any
No.
sense.
We have a loot
A
council, 5
crackdown on
people and
free
no one
speech would
voted.
imply that she said something that was received badly. If she never said those remarks, then it wouldn't be a crackdown on free speech because no speech would have ever occurred. That doesn't even make sense.
University of Michigan Ann Arbor campus, a diversity administrator fired following
Audio's low.
allegations
Put down your
of
work
offensive
votes, Demo.
comments
Plushy.
about Jewish students. Rachel Dawson, now former director of the university's academic multicultural initiatives, is accused of
Vote.
saying the college is, quote, controlled by wealthy Jews,
Ah.
and that, quote, Jewish people have no genetic DNA connecting them to the land of Israel.
What is alarming to me is that the university chose to take.
When did that come up? Yeah, audio's been low. Oh my God, I forgot. I turned the audio down for Astrobot. Holy shit, now I know why it was so low. Thank you.
The word of
Summon.
2 women affiliated with the university.
Dawson's attorney says she took part in a private conversation with 2 women at a conference,
Demo?
simply citing a scholarly article. adding
Yeah,
that the
generally, like saying that everything's controlled by the Jews, I feel like you're not supposed to say that. Like, she didn't think that was going to happen?
2 women approached her and, not liking what she had to say, took her words out of context.
What she did do is actually try to defend the University of Michigan against these 2 women's accusations that the university is anti-Semitic.
This coming after months of stress between...
Wait, okay, so this gets even better. So she wasn't... Let me get this straight. She wasn't the one who hated Jews. It was the other people that hate... How does this happen?
in the university's administration and pro-Palestinian
Congrats.
students. And
Ooh,
rewards
geez, I
totaling
got one more.
$6,000 being offered
So
for
she did
information.
say it? Well, if she's paraphrasing what they said and then repeating it back to them, I don't think she should get fired for that. I mean, like, I feel like it's such common sense, right? I mean, of course. Citing does not equal endorsing. Exactly. Like, I've cited what a lot of people have said before, and it doesn't mean I believe it. It's insane to be
About
fired if that's what's
vandalism
happening.
at the home
Yeah.
of U of M Regent Jordan Acker after pro-Palestine messages were scrawled on his family car and mason jars filled with urine thrown through his front window.
Now, we did reach out to the university, and so far we have not heard back.
Hold up. Let me make sure I listen to that again.
$6,000 being offered for information about vandalism at the home of U of M
Thank you,
Regent
Jungle.
Jordan
I wasn't
Acker
sure how to get there.
after
Otherwise-
pro-Palestine
No worries.
messages
No
were
worries, man.
scrawled on his family car and mason jars filled with urine thrown through his front window.
I hope that they know that this isn't going to make anybody think that you're right. Like, when you throw piss in somebody's house, people aren't going to be like, wait a minute. Oh my God. He's right. Holy shit. This is never going to work. It's just going to make people hate you. I see now.
What's happening now?
Nothing.
You're scared me.
It's hot, says I.
Not heard back. We also did reach out to Michigan Hillel's chief of staff.
I
He
can
did
pull.
say no comment at this time. As far as legal action,
Just give me a second.
now Dawson's attorney did not get
Now
specific,
we
but
can
she
pull.
did say
Who left?
the
Who left?
appropriate action will be taken
Oh,
and
nice.
soon. Reporting live in Ann Arbor, Erica Erickson, Local 4.
Okay, Erica.
It's pretty hard
Jesus
really
Christ.
for me to say whether that happened or not. I mean, like, they said basically that she was just paraphrasing what other people were saying and then talking about what they said. So maybe this woman is actually getting painted as a bad person when in fact she's being completely misrepresented. I mean, I don't really know. It's just, it's a private conversation that was overheard by somebody and then reported by somebody else. Like, what are we really talking about here? Like, how can anybody know whether that's true or not? So, yeah. And it's really not that complicated. Then why did the school fire her? The school probably fired her because they heard that it happened and they didn't do any investigation into it because they trusted the person who said it. And that's probably the reason why. And you can say that's a bad thing to do. They shouldn't have done that. I would agree with you. I don't think they should have done that either. But what I'm saying is that I think that is what happened. So now they'll get sued. I don't think they're going to get sued. I mean, if you think that somebody did
Let me
something
check.
and then it turns out that they didn't do it, you're not going to get sued for
He's
firing
on
them.
this,
Now, the
last
only
post
time that
right
they
now.
would get sued is if it was found out that they did it or like they targeted her because of her race or, ethnicity or religion or something like that, or her gender. But otherwise, no, I couldn't really see her getting sued or her suing. She won't win anything. Yeah, we know what happens. It's speculating. I do think that the people that are
They're still
doing
working on
vandalism,
it.
No, it's as I said, really simple solution to that. You just find out who it is and then put them in jail. Problem solved. You don't really need to do a lot of thinking for this or planning or anything like that. Super, super simple solution there. A lot of people, for some reason, don't understand it, though. So use the defensive. We have Jewish people, so we can't be anti-Semitic against the two people accusing the institution of it. She used the defense of we have Jewish people, so we can't be anti-Semitic against... Bro. Adolf is going to make a comeback in a big way pretty soon. I think it's going to happen. I really do. Every day, I think we get closer to it. I'm being serious. I'm being completely fucking serious. Yeah. Good, bad? Hitler bad. Yeah, don't like Hitler, guys. We're not, Hitler L. L for Hitler, guys. No, obviously I'm not a fan of Hitler. But what I'm saying is that I'm seeing so much resentment and pent up, like, anti-Semitism. I think we're going to have somebody who makes it mainstream in the next 5 years. That's what I think. Clip it. Let's clip it. Clip me
Then you
saying
want
that,
that mailbox?
and let's come back to it in probably 2 years, and I'll probably have been right at that point for 1 year. History repeats itself? Yeah. Kanye? No, Kanye's not. That's not it. She represents the university and is speaking on behalf of the topic is not free speech. She's having a private conversation with two people at a, I don't know, is it a work event? I'm not really sure. In general, I think that this is my viewpoint. I think this whole you represent the company, unless you are actively being paid by the company at the time that you make this
If anyone
statement,
wants some
I
loot,
hate this idea that you are like
you
just
can trade me.
eternally bound by
Else I
every
keep
single
it.
thing that you say. People put the,
What
put
do you
the
have?
company's name on it, and then they try to make you accountable to try to get you fired for it. It's so fucking annoying. Everybody knows that it's not
Nothing
true.
is saying
And
Etsy.
it's so fucking
Do you have any
obnoxious,
Ragnaros
man.
loot?
Not
My
yet.
hair is triggering your OCD. My hair is totally messed up today, man. Like I took a shower yesterday. I usually don't do that, and yeah, it's real messed up. Let me see. I maybe probably do that. That probably gonna yeah, it fixes it. Okay, good. But yeah, it was real bad. And showers. I know I had to take a shower yesterday. It's I usually do it on like the weekend, and so yesterday was the day. Let's see. I'll go back and look at the rest of these. But yeah, I'm not going to crucify that woman over that. I mean, I don't know what happened, right? I mean, who the fuck knows? I think in general, it you know, talking about a topic like that shouldn't get you fired, though. It seems a little bit outrageous. Let's see. What are the other ones that I was going to look at?
The
And
boss,
what
or
is
he
this?
did?
I already saw that. Oh, that's the school
Okay.
one. Exactly.
But you have to do
Symbolic of a
shit
struggle against reality.
ton of
What's
stuff on that
this?
one.
Oh,
Have to
I've seen
dispel
this. That's
him
Monty Python.
and heal and DPS and
Yeah.
move.
Yeah, it's been a few years since I did it.
Because it doesn't matter.
Pain in the ass.
But didn't we send anyone with him to help him, or do you need to do it solo? Not
Well, you have to be solo inside.
Yep.
That would be so
It's
fucked.
crazy how
Otherwise,
hard Armored Core
it
went.
would be super easy.
Yeah, I thought
It's
because I thought you
actually
could do it in a
insane.
5-man
Like
group.
I think back to that game sometimes.
I-
It's so
I even
fucking
respect
good.
to,
That's
like
a
a-
single thing what you do.
I even respect to like a different build, not more damage reduction and more life drain.
Do you guys think the product placement in that trailer was
I guess
weird?
that makes sense. Go
I'm
off
kind of
fiction
on
or
the
something
fence
and
about it.
just...
Yep.
I feel like in some cases it makes sense, especially for
still,
like
it's not
sports
that easy.
games and like racing games.
Yeah.
But sometimes when I see it in other like in other contexts, it's kind of odd.
The main issue is Warlocks don't really have like an interrupt or something. And you
Like
really
the
have to use,
Porsche,
like, curse of
Adidas, like,
bombs
yeah, I
and
don't know.
stuff else as well, so it's just like slower casting.
I'm gonna be real. Like even the game Armored Core went so fucking hard. It was insane. What? Why would you do that? Why would you do this? I don't even understand. Yeah, it's bad to have exclusives. It's bad to make them non-exclusives. What? Oh my fucking god. What is this? Oh, it's from the PlayStation subreddit. Oh, it's been removed by the moderators. Console/PC wars are for children. Yes, they are. I feel like this isn't really happening as much as the OP thinks it is. Clearly, Sony thinks it's worth doing. In my opinion, there is never a point where having a game exclusive on one platform provides an advantage or a positive experience for any person who is a customer. It is purely something that's beneficial for the companies that put the games out, and it has no function, benefit, or advantage to the average customer or the person playing the games. That's what I think. It makes the game worse. I think that's usually what I think happens too. Why are people mad at Intergalactic? They didn't like the character. They thought the product placement was weird. I think people think Neil Druckmann's a pretentious asshole. And yeah, I think those are the main reasons, really. It's about a number of things, but I'd say somewhere around there. You still playing PoE 2, brother? Yeah, I'm still playing it. Yeah, I'm playing it literally at this very moment. If I could cut my brain in half and have one half of my brain playing it and then one half of my brain watching the stream, I would be doing that. Yeah, let's be real. Path of Trash 2? Oh, you don't like the game? That's too bad. I don't know. What is it like to suck dick for a living? Yeah, so like, yeah, man, what is it? Yeah, to suck dick and eat shit for a living. Yeah, what's it like? Is it fun? That must suck, right? Like, wow. Man. Retarded word, yeah. Okay, let's see. What are the rest of these? And, guys. It turns out he wasn't crazy after all. 98,000 likes. $9 million views. I told you guys. He is coming back in a big way. Context? Oh, the context is that, okay, wait, you guys don't remember this? So Kanye West basically he was on, like, I don't know, like one of his mental health events. And he went on Alex Jones's show with Nick Fuentes, and it was Kanye West with this mask on, and then Alex Jones in the middle, and then Nick Fuentes on the other side. One of the events, right? And so he was talking about how he loved Hitler, and Hitler had some good ideas. He was, there were good things about Hitler. And he was talking about Netanyahu, who's like the guy who's like in charge of Israel, with a net and then Yahoo the drink. And then he has a Bible there. And he did like 3 interviews with people. Like, I remember that week was probably one of the best, how well did that video do? Asmon Gold, Kanye West. Because I remember that went so hard. Yeah, look at this. 1.3 Kanye West craziest interview. 4-hour-long video. 1.3 million views. Bro, this was the freest fucking farm of my life. 2 years ago? Yeah, I can't believe, what year? When did this happen? Like, I don't even remember. 2 years ago. December, wait. Oh, wow. I can't believe it. I don't know what to say. Holy shit, the dark times, I guess so. Wow, more than Diablo Immortal. Diablo Immortal was a really good time for this stream too. There was a lot of people watching for that. It was hilarious. Let's see, the state of the discourse. State of video game discourse reached the point where people are unironically saying it's gay to find women attractive. Well, I've been saying that for years. Oh yeah. We got people on Twitch, bro. We got people playing Grand Theft Auto now. This guy had Grand Theft Auto 6 come out early. Uh-oh. Driving too fast. Yeah. I gotta tell you. I gotta say it. He should probably catch a suspension for this. He should. I like stable Ronaldo, but you can't be driving like this. You can't be doing it. Like, yeah, I hate these people. Exactly. And no proof, we were staring at the floor. That is something that might work. It's like that, the equivalent of that is like when you're running in the hall and one of the hall monitors says stop running and you say I wasn't running, I was walking fast. It works really well with intellectually dishonest 4th graders, Not so well with adults. Everybody knows what's going on. If you listen to the girl, it calls out a cop coming up, then he speeds up. Yeah. I think he should get suspended for this. Sorry to say. Yep. Apparently he was fleeing the cops. There's no evidence of that. Yeah. He just stuck in second gear. He's obviously going way too fast. It doesn't make sense. If you commit a crime, you should face consequences where you commit. The police can arrest him, but Twitch shouldn't suspend him. Well, okay, so this is really what the difference is, right?
Hey?
Is that in order to find
Who
out
dis?
whether he was actually
Who
committing
dis?
a crime, it's very hard to
Does
say.
anyone
because
have
you're looking
a
at
friend
you're
who
looking at the
Knox
floor
had to
most
go?
of the time. And in order to
I
commit
thought you were
somebody for a
gonna
crime,
stop
it's very
there.
different. Breaking laws, TOS, no. He's endangering lives. Yeah, it's very
I know you
obvious
don't
that-
have friends, X and G.
I mean, if I look at this clip, is this unsafe driving? I would argue that, yeah, I think it is. I think this is unsafe, aggressive driving. And it endangers other people. He didn't stop at multiple stop signs on stream? I don't know about that.
No, you're wrong, Bobal. His life
Yeah, I have no idea.
belongs to his wife.
Look how fast he's changing lanes. Yeah, it's... again, like, I mean, isn't that also evading the police? It's a felony too? Well, I don't know whether he was evading the police. You can't... I don't know if, like...
No one
police
has
have to
any
be
friends.
going after you for you to be evading them.
I'm asking one.
The police might not have been pursuing him at that point. And also, like, I've got to tell you,
They're
if
either
the police are
busy
actually trying to
or
get
in a
you,
raid already.
they're going to get you. Like, let's be real, right? I mean, that's his car. It's probably in his name. They know who did it. Like, they would have got him. Like, they have all these license plate readers. Do you think there's only one? But, like, this isn't Grand Theft Auto where, like, if you just go outside of the radius, okay, well, now I'm not going to go to jail. Well, no, not in that traffic. No, they wouldn't be, but they'd probably be able to catch his license plate. The way that they have plate readers now is fucking insane. Also, if they look at, they can just look at what the person was driving. And there's probably not that many of those cars and easily narrow it down to who it was immediately. Yeah, I mean, do you really think, like, I mean, if police invested, like, I mean, think about it, right? I mean, a lot of us here are not stupid. If you wanted to find out undeniably that it was him driving that car, could you figure that out if you had access to the police database? Could you figure that out?
Either way, we're just
Because I
gonna
feel like it would probably take most
push
people
through
30
with
seconds.
24.
Yeah. Master Audio Chat stupid? Yeah, I don't think so.
Well,
Or the cops are
except
watching
for
a stream.
hackers, it should be possible.
Let's
We're
see
also
here.
missing out one
MSNBC.
healer
Oh,
for
yeah. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
I'll just say, I mean, this feels like it has a real chilling effect. Like, I mean, shout out to the standard.
So people are complaining. I guess this is MSNBC complaining. So ABC is paying Donald Trump $15 million over a defamation
Might have
claim.
an option to get an undergear holy pella.
Making sure that we are keeping the bar high
Who are you
and
talking
substantive and
about?
accurate. But
I
what
have no
George
fucking clue.
Stephanopoulos
I don't know her.
said In that interview,
her?
I mean, it seems
I
to
don't
hold
know.
what the judge said after the fact.
That's what I
And
just
now
told you.
His news organization and himself, George Stephanopoulos himself, is paying $1 million of his own money to the lawyers, and ABC at $15 million. It's insane.
So she didn't repeat it at all. You got to look. You hear how she said she never said what the claim was, and she said seems to. That's why she's hedging her bets, because she doesn't want to be the next person getting, getting $1 million fucking fine. That's it. Yeah, they're scared. They are. They should be. I think media lies all the fucking time. And I think that it's about time that people like that have some degree of accountability.
It would have been
when
a
they just
bit
make up
easier
bunch of
to
bullshit
plan
that didn't
if
even happen.
people
So,
said
they should-
beforehand
yeah,
that they were
exactly.
not
Like, I don't
feeling
think the
well
media
and might
should be
have
able
to leave
like,
the
put
raid.
out narratives and say things about people that aren't true. Like, in my opinion, I think
Wait,
they
who
should have a
left?
higher standard of expectations because they have like an implicit degree of
Good morning,
trust.
Ratsi.
Yeah, I love to see her get sued. She won't. Like, they're not going to sue her
Well,
for that.
that's
Absolutely
how I
not.
feel about tomorrow then.
This was nuts, bro. Like, people are 3D printing guns now.
But I guess if that's what we can get,
That's
you can ask her
crazy.
X and G.
Again? Well, it's getting better. Yeah, Luigi was
I'm
ahead of his
asking
time,
old
man.
Gillis now also, in case.
It's not new.
She's a girl.
Well, you're right that it's not new. 3D printing guns has been around for like, what, 8 years? I remember seeing videos of people using 3D printed guns on YouTube maybe 8 years ago or so. You guys think about 10? Yeah, maybe I saw it 8 years ago. But now, like, here's the difference, is that the quality of them is probably way better, and there are probably more people that own 3D printers. So it's going to happen way more. Printers should be pre-programmed to not allow weapon replication. It won't matter. People can just make it in pieces. Like, and also you can probably buy a printer that does that without it. I mean, there's no way that you're going to be able to get around it. Yeah, change the file name. I mean, if somebody wants to do this, they're going to be able to do this. Like, do you remember how, here's a really great example. Do you remember how VHS tapes used to have protections for you to not be able to copy the tape? Do you guys remember that back in the day? Yeah.
Oh,
and so
that
what
is
did you
true,
guys do?
Andrein.
You had 2 VHS.
That's basically what we
and then
do.
the
We just
second VHS
drink
was
wine
taping
and
from the
watch
first
soaps
VHS's
all day
feed.
long.
Yeah, it didn't last long. Exactly. Right. There's
Hey,
always going
I
to be
have
a
a
way
radical
to take
idea.
advantage of that shit. Yeah, exactly. Right. And so it's just, there's no big difference.
Could
Let's see
bring
here.
a tank with Taunt.
We could bring what?
Everybody give me subs, come
One
on!
tank
This,
with a Taunt.
this guy tried to do a,
That is a really tall order.
what do you call it? He tried to do a
So you mean you're adding yourself for the tank roll or what?
Oh,
and he says
nice.
1 second equals 1 sub.
That
On!
it's fixed.
Why aren't you guys fucking gifting? Why aren't you fucking gifting? My subathon's gonna end! Why aren't you fucking gifting? No!
Because you're a fan. We good. Loser, you thought.
Give me subs, please!
Tulsa, did you see what I
3,
whispered?
2, 1.
I was just about to answer.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I think this is so
Not
funny.
on tank, I would like beacon.
I do. I think it's so fucking funny. What a loser! Yeah,
I swear to
well,
God,
he's
if you
obviously
pull
joking around,
those,
right? It's obviously a
Mhm. Yeah,
joke.
yeah.
I
Pull
think
them,
it's fucking
please.
hilarious.
I'm
He's
gonna.
memeing. Yeah, he's obviously memeing. It's so fucking clever. And meme the shit out of that. Yeah, I know. It's always funny for me to see people like have that happen, and then everybody gets so
First
mad
ones
about
left
it. Like,
were the
I
tanks.
can't imagine getting that pissed off. Like, what do you mean? I just think it's fucking hilarious, man. Oh, we have it. There's another school. There's another school shooting, huh? Oh wow. I haven't had one of those for a while.
I
Yeah,
can't go
another
for
one.
beacon,
Yeah,
though.
wow.
Need beacon, right?
Leaves victims and shooter dead. Well, at least, yeah, at least the shooter got killed. There you go. Let's
Looks
see.
like we're
you see the
getting one
earthquake
in.
bomb that hit Syria? No, I didn't see that at
Jungle
all.
is scared as well.
That was one a few weeks ago. Maybe. I'm not sure. It's the classic. Yeah, it's the America classic.
Bam, you
There's
have
been a
pretty
lot of those
negative
going on
influence on
recently.
people.
I mean, there's a lot of people. I think right now
Man.
tensions are just
I'm making
really
them
high
leave.
with people that are like angry and frustrated with the world. I think that's really what's going on more than anything else, is that there are so many people who are just, they feel like they've been disenfranchised, they feel like they've been, you know, taken advantage of or whatever else, and it's just made them angry and they don't trust society. They hate everything about it. New Monster World by IGN. Yeah, I'll look at that in a minute. But Syrian dictator was a sadist. He had medieval torture chambers. Oh yeah, that guy was a from what I heard at least, was a real piece of shit. I'll be right back.
Hey, are you currently PvP flagged without Hearthstone? Yes. Alright, you got two options. You can turn off the stream and wait, or we can try and get a summon for you right now, and time is of the essence.
What you doing, Mom?
Oh my gosh. Pick one.
Dude, I've been doing React Andy for 3 hours. I gotta play the game, I think. Mom? I think we just...
Hold on, Mon, 1 second. Sorry, I was talking in-game. What are you gonna do?
You want me to log in and get a summon?
Yeah, we can summon you, like, ASAP, but time is of the essence, because I'm just now being told about this.
I mean, it just happened.
Okay,
I
it just
literally, I got flagged, so
Do you want me to get a group and summon you somewhere?
Dude, it's too late. If I log in, I'm just gonna,
Okay.
there's gonna be 6
I mean, at this point, yeah, the longer you wait, the more. I just wanted to call you instantly and not waste time, but yeah, you might just have to fucking react for the next couple hours, dog. What?
I hate myself.
Oh my god.
Now, some of you are probably wondering, Miz, why
All
aren't
right.
you going
I got hit, so
Warrior? Why did you switch off from Warrior to
Sorry about that.
And I'll give you the reason why.
Yeah, sure.
We are
It's
back.
not just because I like playing
Welcome
Druid
back.
more.
Yep,
It's
yep,
not
yep.
because I gave up on Warrior
What
at
would I
all.
do in your
Thing
situation?
is,
And your
I
options
don't
are
give up.
Have you shown the watch yet? Which watch? What do you mean a watch? I don't really wear watches. I don't wear any jewelry or any watches or anything like that. I view those as strings attached to my life that I have no intention of holding on to. I don't like having bullshit attached to me and I have to deal with. I'm not a fan of it at all. So yeah, it's not really even, it's not humble. It's not like I'm some kind of like, you know, I'm too good for that. I just don't like it.
I don't think it was that the problem.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's annoying. It's just obnoxious.
The reason is this.
Yeah, if other people like it and they think it's cool, then do it. For me, not so much.
And Chance told me
Let me watch this.
that we are probably like 99%
Oh boy.
confident
Sad
we're not
news.
doing any mob tagging at all.
Number
Unless
41
it's
on
some
trending.
ridiculous event, there's
Not
no
good.
mob tag. And that includes me.
A couple of years ago, I made a video on
this
this
is
channel
the
called
thingy
My
from the
Plan
middle.
to Quit
Yeah.
Streaming.
No,
And in
that's
that
the
video, I talked about how I started a company called Offbrand, with the idea of making events for not just myself, but other creators. And that company was mostly made up of former Beyond the Summit employees.
It's gonna take you
Unfortunately,
to
yesterday we had to announce
570, don't
that
worry.
we were closing down the
Thanks for that
production
cinematic.
side of Offbrand. We released a
Not a
statement that I'm going to
surprise.
read verbatim because it's pretty well written. When we started Offbrand, our plan was to help creators bring their ideas to life. For many creators, we did
So
that,
are we
and
at
we're proud of everything
Ragnarok
we
or
helped
something
create.
already?
Our people worked hard, and we made amazing
No, I
content.
did this
We failed to make the events business sustainable. And as a result, we made
You
the
say they
decision
didn't make enough money.
to shut down that
Oh,
side of the business.
no, that's
Offbrand
that's
Games isn't going
Okay.
anywhere, and I'm going to keep
Isn't
making
there?
events through Mogul Moves. But we
No,
want to
it's
thank
not.
everyone who
Wait, it's
supported
going
and
down.
watched the events we helped produce. If you're looking for talented
Thank you.
folks in production, please check out. We have a sheet that has a lot of the people listed.
don't
I've
have
already
to
had a
do
lot of people
anything, that's
personally
fine.
reach out interested.
So you have to go to
so if
Cata,
you're
guys.
hiring, reach out fast. I would love
Bro, okay, then
if
take
you
the
did
hairstyle.
that. Now, this video is absolutely not to garner sympathy
What's
in
the
any
name
way,
of the
shape, or
post?
form,
I
but it
wanna
is
be
more
sure.
so to
Actionable
answer
intelligence.
questions about how we got to this
Speak to
point,
Caligas or
and then
North
some just
Brazilian Mount
general
Python,
like
yeah.
misinformation I've seen
Uh-oh.
to respond
Wagner?
to all of it in a one-stop shop. as
I'm
opposed
gonna
to
bring
talking
in
about it on stream
another
every day.
Holy Paladin.
Now, the first thing I see a lot of people talk about
Okay.
is somehow connecting this to the structure of the
That
company
is
and it
like
being a co-op. The most annoying people in the world are going to blame
So
this
you're
on
going
turning off-brand into a workers' co-op. I see a
No.
lot more
There's
people
nothing to do with that.
Why
It
do we
has
need
to
to
do with they didn't make
underhold
enough money.
Because that is, I
worried
can
about
get
things that people, then those type of
370
people
Holy
actually
Pellet,
existing.
360 Rogue, or
But, I mean, simply put,
363
this is
Warrior.
almost completely
Okay,
irrelevant
I
to the
understand you, but
structure
why do we
of
need
the
another
business.
healer? Why
The
can't you
structure
go
of the
there?
nothing to
business,
do
in
with
fact, is also still in
Because
place.
my
right?
brat
Offbrand
gear is
Games
not
is
ready.
still a co-op.
What do you
And we would
mean?
only
It was
ever
like
change if
370.
all the employees wanted
Yeah,
to
but
change
you
that.
need gems
But
and
the real
enchant
issue
and
was the
stuff.
business
I've
model.
not time to
Now,
do
the
that.
business model wasn't working.
No,
We were
I didn't.
making money.
Oh my god,
And the main difference, if you have like a traditional S corporation as opposed to a worker co-op, is it's easier to get
No,
outside
it's fine.
investment.
Yeah.
But I don't think
So,
outside
I'm
investment
just thinking
would
now we have
help
enough
a
healers for
failing
Bellrock.
business model. And
No,
we
you
know
can't get investors for that. Like, because all you're doing is prolonging the same thing that's going to happen anyway.
I think that's it. Okay.
that
That's
because happens
it.
all the time. Like esports,
Yeah.
they have a bunch of outside investment, but when that VC
So-
A
money dries,
co-op is when everybody is
Holy Palo or
basically
very
everybody has like a
bad
degree
geared
of ownership in the
DPS.
company simultaneously.
Holy Pala is good, I think.
up, it shows that the underlying
Basically.
business model
Can
isn't
Flashy go
working,
DPS?
and they
Not
have
exactly,
to
but
change their
close.
business model. We did that without the
I
outside
guess
investment.
he's ready. He
And of
did
course,
the from
outside
something.
investment can help, like with an initial runway, because most businesses don't make money in the first year.
Yeah.
But instead of finding that money from the outside, I
You put the
personally
money in.
invested.
Yeah,
I used
exactly.
my own money. We'll talk about that in a little bit. The next thing I see being asked a lot. God, that sucks. But they got to do what they got to do. They put on amazing stuff. I wonder what Germa's going to be up to. A lot of people are curious what Germa's going to be up to. And Germa's talked a bit about this on his stream.
Bro, that
but
was
about 6 months ago, I think, maybe
something.
a little more. Germa stepped
Spicy.
back from off-brand
Yes.
productions to just deal some stuff in his personal life.
Just
He
a
was an
little
irreplaceable
accidentally
part
boot
of
camp, I guess.
Off-brand. Like he adds a
Let's just say
creativity
that Bellamy
I
has the most
think is one-on-one. I don't
disobedient
think I've ever
doggy
seen
I've
it
seen
in
in a
another
while.
human. You don't get Doug Shuffleton without the mind of Jeremy. You don't get like unpaid intern without the mind of Jeremy. He's a super talented guy. But as far as like, you know,
So you're ready for the
does this
next
mean he's
question,
full-time
Bellamy?
streamer or
You got
whatever? That is for Jeremy to speak to. But it shouldn't functionally change.
I think this is going to happen with a lot of things soon. Because the problem is that a lot of content creators,
I don't
like,
think
a
you
lot
can
of
tax
businesses
him.
were made
I
and
know,
they were
but he's
built
not
in the
answering.
context of the COVID
that?
economy for like content creators and
Mouse.
people's
Have it.
attention.
Got one.
And what happens now is that you see way less people that are paying
Only Paladin,
attention
though,
to
about
and like looking
370
at these
-ish.
events. And also,
Fair
like back
enough.
then,
We need to interrupt
especially
those
during COVID, you
barrage
had a lot of
thingy.
companies that came into the advertising space, and they were pretty much
Bam, you got
naive to the space
Star.
because they didn't have any prior experience, they didn't know what they were
Camaro, you
looking
got
for, etc. And now,
nipple.
after it's been going on for a few years, these
Purple is
companies have
Knut.
calibrated their expectations and they've
Here.
calibrated the amount of funds that they're willing to
I hope
pay out
it is here.
to meet those
He
expectations.
pressed.
Well, then
And I
it's
think what
Simmer.
happens is that now, like,
Which one am I getting?
straight up, like
Diamond?
what I'm really trying to
Diamond,
say
yes.
is that
Alright.
people aren't making as
A
much
green
money
is
now.
Paris here.
And the reason why is because
Lundrain
people are
is
making the amount of money they
Moon.
should be making now. People
Jungle
were making
is
too much money back then.
where
This is a
and
market correction.
onion is cross.
how his life was operating in the coming 6 months.
You need to
based
get
off,
those
like, the past
barrage
6 months when he
things,
initially stepped back
Yeah.
to like have some more time for himself. Hope that makes sense.
Okay,
Next
let's
thing
just
I'm
let
seeing a
X and
bit
G
of,
bubble. Stay
is
back,
this
everyone.
because the YouTube contract is over? Kind of the same answer as the worker co-op versus the
Yeah.
escort. The YouTube contract allowed me to have a lot more money
And
to
go.
like invest in places, right? And invested in various things.
That's
whatever.
a very bad way to build a business. Because like if
Don't
the
get
only
them into
way
the
that the
middle.
business can
It burns.
exist is
Yeah, you
people
don't want
that
to
are
stand
getting
in there,
money in
guys.
positions
That's hurting
that
a bit
are
long term.
like not fair.
but
Then
go big.
eventually you're basically just treading water until you eventually drown. And
Yeah, just click
if
it,
you're bailing
Yeah,
yourself out every time,
Don't
then it's
dispel
just
here.
simply not
Only
a
one is
sustainable
allowed. That's
business.
Leo.
And eventually
And
that will
stack
end.
tightly.
And the only way, isn't that what nonprofits are, basically? No, that's not what nonprofits are. Nonprofits are exactly what they state. They do not generate a profit. That means no amount of money from that company, like excess amount of money the company makes, is then distributed to shareholders. Nonprofits pay people a lot of money in some cases, like with the Red Cross, for example, or like the Susan B. Corman Foundation. But in a lot of other
Dispel
cases,
the root on him.
they are actually appropriating that money
was
to
tanked.
at least as well as
I
they can, right? In
couldn't
some
make a
cases,
guess who that
right?
was.
It's every esports business. Yeah, if you have to
Does the name
inject
start
money
with
into
a
a
T?
business constantly in order to keep
No,
it afloat,
it wasn't me.
then it's just better to can it. That's just the truth.
So I don't have a big sum of money to.
The only exception is if the business acts as a loss leader for other businesses that you have. Like, for example, the way that Kick works as a loss leader for Stake.
Kicked from tanking.
Just the spell.
You know, keep
Like
it
the
rolling
WNBA?
for
There were
a year,
Dispel of
two
Leo
years,
and one of
whatever.
us.
But
Yeah,
even
but
if
that
I
was
did, you know,
after
whenever
the
that money runs out.
bang.
Again, underlying business
From-
model was
could
not
have
making
resisted
money.
it. Or
Right.
I
Let's talk
missed
about
it.
why it wasn't making money. Now, a lot of people are
Unless it was,
hypothesizing that it's because events don't make money.
Someone
But
else.
that's not
That's
actually
fine. We got
Right.
Simmer
Well, if
for
it's not
tanking
true,
here.
then why have you said that
If
every
you don't
event
hit
didn't make
100K,
money, you lost
Bellamy,
money
you're
on
sacked.
every event?
Let's go.
Because like I remember
But
Ludwig
no
said he
pressure.
lost money on his
No
dodgeball
pressure.
event. He said he
Big
lost money on the
tree.
Streamer Wars too. I'm pretty sure. So I feel like he said
What
that
do we do
before.
now?
Like I'm confused.
Killing it.
Not over.
necessarily
Okay,
sometimes
guess
make
you
money
were never
for
here for
me
the quest,
as
yeah?
the creator directly.
Okay.
You know, if I
Your
spend,
goal
like,
is to beat
I
Bellamy's
guess
DPS.
a good example, $1.5 million on chess boxing.
Sure.
But I only personally
you get
make
a good gig.
$1.25
bet it
million
won't.
back. You might think of that as a $250,000 loss for me. And like, oh, why is loading running events?
Yeah.
That's bad. for
Damn,
me.
I went
But
too easy
you
with the
can, or at least
expectations.
I can maybe
The purple
safely
25
assume
money
that,
has
hey,
every
I might
single
make a
buff,
$250,000 of extra value as a creator because I have grown as a result of doing this event, right? It's the biggest event I've ever done. It has
Isn't
the most
Bellamy
eyeballs,
the one with
and over the
insanely
course of the
lucky
next
crits
5
as
years,
well?
that $250,000 will come back
No, that's Bobby.
through like the
Oh,
extra
okay.
growth that created.
The
So
logic there is
I
actually
get
very
this.
good, and I agree with him. That's a good way to look at it.
Well, I don't mind that loss. And the production
Yeah.
company doesn't have that loss. right? They are a
Loss
production
leader, as
company
mentioned. Yeah,
that
exactly.
itemizes the amount of costs that they had to bear, including employee time, and then covers that cost sometimes
Okay,
like
get
an
your stick
additional.
and the rest.
like
Let's go to
service
Raya.
fee. So they are not losing money. In fact, those are the best months. Is
I
when
mean,
there are
we're
huge
at
events
best,
like
so might as well
streamer
be
Yeah,
awards
best.
doesn't matter.
Well,
Can
if
only
the
go back.
company is only making money in the context of you making money, that still doesn't make the company viable. Because if the only way that the company can have
Oh,
the
no.
event occur
Oh,
is
shit.
if you decide to lose money on it, then the company
A
is
lot of
still
us,
dependent on
fell
you
down there.
losing money.
Yeah,
it's
and
just
I'm still
happening
falling.
by a second degree and not directly.
Do
Do I want to try to make that jump?
At least
know,
that
a-
looks
a-
like
Maybe I'm
it's
not
just a
understanding this,
super.
but that's
Oh
what it
no,
seems like
I'm
to
not
me.
okay. That's just a super
Okay, we can
fucked
sum
up
up.
pixel
Between
stick
events.
here.
Wait,
So
what?
if
Can't
we
even
had
kill
a
myself
streamer
here.
games, a streamer awards, a
Yeah, we're just.
Sea Dog charity auction,
Okay.
every single
Maybe a
month,
bad
Make
place
sense
to, for a
is
shortcut.
your
the whole
month.
team.
You know,
Yeah,
that's
the
what
kind of the
team
ground is a
capable
bit
of
broken
handling
here.
and would also
Bad
need
place
to
for a
handle
shortcut.
to
But
be able
the
to
funny
sustain
thing is-
itself.
Miss
the
Soon, how's your
was
friend
less
looking?
that events don't make money,
You can jump up
but
again.
more so
He's
that
coming
the
on now.
appetite
I
from
can-
creators
Yeah,
for events
just-
of
I can see
that
if I
get him.
scale at the cadence it would need to be
But
would not
Bellamy has to
allow
go
people
deliver
to be
that
employed
quest.
full time. It only really makes
You can
Before you can
only
do
have
Cinder.
so many
Feels 7
whales in
minutes
the
on
Can't
ocean.
see shit. There's so many people jumping.
I guess I'm
You
running.
can't have like
Yeah, just any mage
everybody
put up
making
a
these really
portal
big,
to-
massive
what do we
blockbuster
need?
events that
Uh,
people
One
are
is down
super
here.
excited
Golemagg.
for all the time.
Yeah,
And
okay,
also
that's
another reason for it is
Where's
that
the main-
a
then you
lot
just
of these
jump
big
over with the
events,
sub.
they may
You need
increase
someone
somebody's
who can
awareness,
give you a.
but there's a lot of things that you can do to increase
worked.
awareness that don't require $1 million
I can't get the fuck
investment.
out of here, man.
Yeah, this
So,
is he kind of stuck in that
like,
fucking hole
basically,
here.
the only people that are going to be
The
stuck
moment you
doing
fall
these
down in the
live
hole,
big
you're
events
fucked
are the
up.
people that want to do them.
Can you summon so we
People
can
get
give you a
fatigued.
portal?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
it's kind of like
working on
streaming
it.
services,
Me and
right? or
Kalmara
anything
and
else.
myself, we
Like you're
just
not going to
Thank
have
you.
people
had
doing
raw
pay-per-view
skill.
for
We
like
got out.
one
Finally.
event every single month.
Out of
It's
that
just
shit.
too much. And I think this is also the problem is that you hit a
don't
market
have to summon me again.
saturation cap for like the amount
thank
of
you.
user interest in different events.
Portal is up.
It's kind of like, have you, and here's like a really easy way for you guys to understand it on a personal level. Have you ever had a streamer, it's like every day they're doing a sponsor, so like you get annoyed by them and then you stop watching for a while, or like maybe you just don't like watching as much for that reason?
Over here.
Yeah,
It's only me
exactly,
and
right? And so
Bobby.
that's a very
Oh, wait,
personal
that's
example,
Bobby's
but there's
pet.
other examples too.
makes sense for like contract
me
work.
to-
And you can kind of see that the appetite isn't there
Keeping
if you just
ethical.
look at the biggest streamers in the world over the past year on Twitch. This is like the top 15 creators on Twitch, and
Yeah.
you can see here, nobody except for Kai on this list is doing big events. You know, I guess Tarek is doing Ludwig
Yeah.
Tarek 3 and a few other things to his credit, and you know, Hassan did that show with Twitch, but for the most part, most of these people are just in their bedroom every day, and their costs are like.
Well, it's because it works, and also that's another component. Like if you do a live stream from your room and you make, let's say, $1,000, and you spend $10, that's a really good return on investment. It is. It's a huge investment.
What it costs to keep the lights on and have internet running through their computer.
Yeah.
That's about it. There are very few creators who are interested in, you know, spending $250,000, $500,000 to do some random cool shit that,
fucking
at least,
everything
you know,
will be
some
done
big
soon.
event or whatever. They'd rather do it from home. And who can blame them? I think they're doing that because that's a reflection of what the audience wants as well.
I think that's also true too. A lot of people don't like these big events because they view them as inauthentic. And I think that if people wanted like, you know, like movie level or like a TV level production, they'd be watching movies and TV to begin with. So it's like kind of a failure to understand what your audience is, I think, the most.
All right, if you look
It's
at
forced
the best
bullshit,
streamed
yeah.
event nominees for 2024, it's a lot different than it was a few years ago. You know, it doesn't mean it's worse. It's just different. Like the road trip to TwitchCon, that was a fucking banger stream. But
Yeah.
the reality is NMP set up all the tech for that. And it's like feeling like you are a part of this road trip with these people with maximum chat interaction, as opposed to something like streamer games, which is like, you know, kind of like a fun knockoff Olympics with a bunch of creators. But you don't get that interaction that I think a lot of people vie for when they're watching.
That's what people look for with streams. And I think that a lot of people made mistakes by trying to turn their popularity as being streamers into being popularity for being event doers. And I think there are some people who are good at doing events, but they are two separate skills, and they also engage two separate audiences. Authenticity matters. 98% of events feel very fake. I think that's the way a lot of viewers feel. It doesn't matter. Like, I can say, oh, they're not fake, right? But like, you feel that way. This is not a logical. Like, you didn't make this decision by like doing a mathematical equation. This is just a vibe you're getting.
And so I think there's like a general shift that
always.
creators are doing that is a reflection of their audience's appetite. Now, we were able to make a lot of cool shit happen in the 2 years that we existed. Starting from Mogul Money Live, which is kind of like the first event that then started the snowball of off-brand.
Finally, we can
And
start
we did
progressing
juice,
normal
chess
on this boss.
boxing,
Yes,
German's
we-
Christmas special, like 3 Ludwig Perricks.
Progressing normal, right?
Pog
No
Chance.
Asmonton.
But you'll notice a lot of these are just my events. That's just the fact. A lot of them are my events, and I, unfortunately, although I wish I could be, am not a big enough creator to be able to sustain
Okay, so is
all
Flush
of those
going
full-time
DPS here?
employees.
Or
I'm
what?
just
No,
not.
I'm going up.
I tried, man. I
It's
tried to do.
Like, I mean,
We
like,
always use 5 healers and
can't,
death, not 4.
like, keep people on welfare, right? I mean, if you're not making any money and they're not bringing in any money, at a certain
that doesn't
point,
make sense switching Onion to heal.
you know, you got to come to Jesus.
The group's made.
Oh yeah.
And that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
It gives Hollywood wannabe actor vibes. I think that's the way a lot of people view it as well. I don't necessarily agree with that, but it would be
Necro,
foolish to
you
not
will
be able
be
to identify
healing around
that
triangle.
that's a feeling. Absolutely.
Well, especially
every
the
big event I
Sokas
possibly
that are
could,
Otzi, the Shadow Priest,
and
Group
every cool
3,
thing I worked as
and
hard as I ever
DJ,
had this past
one of
year.
the Hunters, Group 2.
But
Those
like,
are the two assigned
maybe
Sokas for
only
green.
Kai is big enough
Did you just
to
change
be able to do that.
Yes, because with
and
Boomnox
has the
double
appetite
on
to
that
also
for
do that.
healing
And we don't know the
that doesn't
economics
work out.
behind Kai's.
We did?
Like Kai's events
Yes,
either. Like
they
nobody
were.
knows that.
He was double
except for
assignment.
Kai and the people running
double
them.
assigned, no clue why, but
And we didn't have enough
that's why I
outside
set out
streamers
on that.
to be able to fill all
Since he's
those
used to that,
gaps between
just
the
a
large
bit more.
events that we did do.
My special
Yeah, I hope
sheet
that
skills.
That makes sense. That's
I could see
the
that.
general issue. Now, again,
So,
off-brand
but I guess
games
we're good to go.
isn't going anywhere. Okay, off-brand games is going.
Yeah, they put
I
out
mean, if
Rivals
DJ
events.
cancel
Like, a lot of people
Green,
played that game.
Has been a blast to publish.
I can
and
focus
promote
a bit more on the
and,
drone.
like play. Although at times it's been sad because I dropped down to silver. But
Just say good
but I
luck.
enjoyed it a lot. And that part of the business.
Yeah, I can soak
we are
when
going to
needed.
keep going. Right.
Yeah,
We
good.
have a lot of people still on that team.
I missed.
It's just the production side which is changing. So for me
Why not
personally,
spell cap?
it's going to be switching
Spell
to
cap.
contract work and also switching.
Yeah,
I think
spell
the
hit cap.
style of events that I
Oh,
do.
yeah.
For example, I did 2 events in the past month. One is World's Greatest
See,
Gamer.
this is the thing that I'm going to do with the Shame Awards. I'm going to tell you guys right
Time
now,
up.
it's probably going to be me in a warehouse
Heal
wearing a
up.
clown suit, giving out red clown
Heal
noses,
up.
and I'm just going to be making jokes. That's it. I'm not going to turn this into some big event. I'm not going to make this some massive thing with a live audience. Nobody wants that. It's fucking annoying. It takes too much work, and it's a waste of everyone's time. Like, we're just going to do something very simple, and it's going to work. The way I look at it is like, I mean, look at Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is one baldy in a basement. And there's another guy, Jamie, that runs the show. And he's beating out CNN.
Oh, fuck's sake, I fell down.
It's very, remember Howard Stern?
Don't run away.
What did Howard Stern? It was like maybe Artie and Robin. That was it. Maybe
You
one
might
other
have to
guy
pop
is
some
there,
cooldowns.
and he's sitting there in his fucking room doing it. So this whole idea that you need to spend more money, total bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Where I got all the greatest gamers in the world. I flew them out. They drove out 20 people,
Papa
put them up in
Booey.
hotels. It was a 2-day event. Streamed it, and Void eventually won. It was sick. That peaked at about 30,000 viewers.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun to do. The other event I did was League Week. It was in this exact
30,000 viewers for an event like that. I mean, you
Mutred.
just can't. That's not enough viewers.
Tank up.
Straight up, it's just not.
Healer up. Healer up.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to have more people to watch. Opie and Anthony are better. Bro, if you go back and you watch Howard Stern clips from the 80s and the 90s, this dude was at the top of his game and no one has ever been higher. He was so fucking good, it's insane. I remember I would listen to him when I was first starting streaming because I'm like, I need to watch and listen to this guy because he's so fucking good at it.
Still spinner up any hunter.
Room.
Get it
We
down.
had a pretty cool set. Me and Connor played League for 100 hours straight. I won as many games as I lost, and we peaked at like 38,000 viewers on just my stream. I think 50 across both streams.
Yeah, they had a lot of people watching.
Which is crazy, right? It's crazy because the cost of League Week is 20 times lower.
Exactly.
But I think
I'm surprised it's not more.
what audiences want, which is like maximum engagement with their streamer.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing events because I still really like doing things like streamer games.
You just can't make a career out of it.
You know, for me, that's like that's like fucking
down again.
winter vacation.
Yeah,
in school. It's like
fall
that's the
down
shit that I
once
do
more
look
since we
forward
were
to doing.
stacked, but I didn't
So
see
still want to do
clear
things
board
like
of
streamer
it.
games. We'll still try to do that next year.
Don't earlier.
And other events
Oh,
have
you fell down
already
as well, okay.
switched to being done by contractors. If you have a key now, you might have noticed the most recent Ludwig Tarek wasn't produced by Offbrand. Neither was the LACS Rivals event. That was also not produced by Offbrand. There were some Offbrand employees working on it, but those events are still going to happen. This doesn't mean that, like, no, I'm not doing any more Smash events or any more stream. That's not at all.
You just
what
can't
this
have a
means.
bunch of people on a fucking salary because it costs too much money and you don't do enough content. And also, those people that are on salary, what the fuck are they doing if there's not an event going on? You're paying them to be AFK. Okay, well, that sounds like a problem. Uh-oh.
And
Yeah.
At some point, I might talk a little bit more about how this happened so suddenly, but it's because the cost mounted quite quickly. All right, simply put.
It ain't make no money.
It got to a basically unsustainable point. And I've seen some people give shit for like the timing of this, right? Like before the holidays, whatever, which is fair criticism.
There's never a good time to tell people their job is gone. Like, it's not better if it's in October. There's not like oh, thank God I got fired in January. Yeah.
We are doing like a good severance package. We are paying people out for the next 2 months. But the reality is if we were to have kept this business going until March, I would not only have enough money. I would not only not have enough money to keep offering going, but I'd also have to shut down Mogul Moves at that point. It was beginning to impact both businesses with just the burden of costs of the production side.
This is a sign of things to come.
Makes sense. So it's something we had to act quickly on.
It's going to happen with a lot of places.
And if we were to delay breaking the news to the employees, you know, maybe you could announce this after the holiday break and sit on it, then they would just have less time to find work. So obviously the timing is not ideal, but we did it and we acted the moment we found out the information that, hey, by March, if we don't do something, everything is going to shit. Okay, so it was really an act now or act never situation. But anyway, that's it. Again, I'm going to link the staff spreadsheet in the description. If you are hiring, please check it out. And if there are any questions, you can throw them in the comments. Maybe I'll make a follow-up video or talk about it a little bit on stream. But that's the main deal. Sad day, but tis life. Tis life, and you know what you do? Keep moving, because that's what the globe does. All right, see you later. Have a good one. Goodbye, everyone. See you later.
This is going to happen to a lot of other places too. And the reason why is that I think that streamers have tried to expand too fast outside of their space and tried to put on these big events that the audience really just aren't there for. And I think also if you try to build an entire community around doing the events have to be like S-tier quality. And in a lot of cases, Kai is killing it though. But here's the thing with Kai. What was the Kai Kevin Hart stream?
Easy clap.
2 shields.
You got oldest in this.
Them
now,
fucking
right, Bobby?
around in Kai's room. They're just fucking around. Like, they're not doing anything. It's not like this is, they're not like, you know, there's no like massive thing. They're just saying, oh wow, here they are. They're eating food, fucking around in the room again, fucking around in another room, sitting around. And think about how little money this costs. This is not a high production event. Do you want to know why it worked? It's because these guys are really fucking funny and entertaining. That's the reason why it worked. Oh my god, that ham is burnt.
Where are we going?
Wow.
Go Rao first.
Alice.
Jesus.
Just do Alice.
Anyway, yeah, that's a lot,
Who
guys.
the fuck is Alice?
Nothing wrong. It's Cajun. I don't know, man. I would eat it. But anyway, cancer on a plate. Well, just don't eat the tips part, right? And yeah, the fact is, like, you can have an event like this, and I mean, this stream, like, even on the VOD of it, has 5 million views. So like,
I guess you can go to PS here, Flushy.
There are a lot of people that watched it. And so you don't need to have massive amounts
gonna be
of
on
like
Square
investment.
side.
You don't need to have
Together
like
with
huge
Leo,
production
Joven, you're
effects
coming
and
with
events.
me on
All you need to
the other
do
side.
is have the right guys in the right place.
It's on my side.
That's all you need.
It's gonna be Symmetalus.
And if you can do that, you win.
You're welcome.
And it is actually that simple. Know your audience. Yep, there we go. And there's not a single separate code of Ludwig explaining off-brand management hid $3 million in losses by siphoning off his sponsorship
We don't
earnings.
need to explain anything.
I heard a little bit about
you guys
that.
Know
Do you think
what's going
celebrities
on?
were paid to be there? I have no idea. But either way, even if they were, they would have made that money back so fast. It would have been okay because they were doing it at scale. Rogan started with literally a webcam mic on his church. Yeah, exactly.
Did we have anyone
so
die?
If you look at all the most popular content creators, even Ludwig, right? Whenever he started, you don't need to be a millionaire to start streaming. You don't need to be a millionaire to attract a large audience. Queso streams in his room. He's just wearing a fucking hoodie.
Yeah,
he's
just
streaming,
put
and
up
he's
the
got
cold
thousands
room.
of people that
People can
watch
have
him.
a flask in their bags.
You know, it's the same as like me. I stream in my room. You look at Hassan. Where's Hassan? Probably sitting in his fucking room. Where's Quinn? What's Quinn doing? Sitting in his fucking room. So if you look at a lot of these popular streams, they're not this like crazy thing or anything else. It's just like Tyler sitting in his fucking room. It's that simple.
I'm gonna put it on
And so you
Group.
don't need to invest a huge amount of money and a huge amount of time into doing stuff like this. And the result and the reward from that is extremely low.
And Necro, it's
and
about
I think
the
people
ninja
are
now.
starting to
when you
realize
put
that,
this on.
and I think that's a good thing too.
But it's very easy. You just press need on everything.
Yeah.
That's a paladin
Talk to
inbuilt
S-Fan.
kind of.
S-Fan knows that. We have conversations about that all the
No
time.
DC,
All
but
hail the paladins.
what's the game? Shut up.
Millionaire news family.
I mean, if you want to be lazy, just pass on everything.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't really. There's a lot of reasons why I don't really say this, but my dad's side of the family is extremely well off too. Like as far as I know,
What is blame?
every single person in
Paladin.
my dad's
The riding
family
mount,
is a
the ground
multi-millionaire,
mount. It can drop
at
him.
least. So yeah, like
Pass on
The
yeah,
fire
I also
Enzo.
come from a like I didn't grow up like super rich or anything, but like my family is very rich. Yes. So
I saw that they added some more stuff
I
that
can't
should
shit on him
pull
for
the
that,
corpse
you know?
out to the ground.
that's it. You sit on steak and eggs? Yeah,
When she
but
dies.
it's beside the point. It's irrelevant. Anyway,
We had
let's see
that
here.
bug only once on Tunman so far.
So
Just
with
do
the
as usual, don't click it straight off the
I
died.
was a little bit confused what he was
Pure
talking
flyer.
about. Sven Vic, the guy
Yeah,
who
I'm
made-
ready.
who was like the main guy at Larian. I didn't understand it when he was explaining it, but then after I thought about it later, it made perfect sense.
Sven Vink, CEO
Yeah.
of Larian Studios, head honcho of Baldur's Gate 3 and the Divinity
Hope we can
series.
see the fucking
This
rings
man
this time.
must be protected at all costs. He is the paragon of what all leaders in the games industry should be, not only because of his ideals surrounding how games should be made and how
This sounds like glazing, but he's completely fucking right. And if
Go
anything,
to
he's
the
down
left side
what
here.
would make them should be
Wanna
treated,
break
but
free?
because of how
He's completely
outspoken
right.
he is about
You're
his
Not in
beliefs
front,
and
Mary.
how just morally
That's not left side.
straight those beliefs are and how unyielding those beliefs are. Recall that back in 2023, during Game Awards 2023, Sven Vink, he was given very little time to talk after he won Game of the Year for Baldur's Gate 3, and so he
So
took to
dumb.
Twitter to kind of finish his thoughts or
Yeah.
what he would have said had he not been told to please
Wrap it up, yeah.
He said right here, I want to end with a story of a conversation I had a long time ago with a publisher. He told me, luckily for them, games are driven by idealism. He meant it in an exploitative way, but he was right. Games are a unique art form, as important as books, music, or movies. Many developers, myself included, make games because they love seeing others engage with their creation in a way only games can offer. They don't care that much about the money made beyond it being the fuel they need to create new and better games. It's worth reminding everyone that fuel is but a means, not a goal.
That's one of the main things that I think that anybody who thinks like that has like an automatic massive
Perfect
buff
time to
being
disconnect,
popular and
yeah.
successful. It's because they don't view money. Money can be like
Kill
an
meteor.
indicator of success, but it's not the goal. And like money is used as a currency to make more money or to be more successful.
Where to and how we journey are what matter and what we remember. So this is a condensed version of what he said during Game Awards 2024. If you tuned into my live stream, you can see me cheer as Sven Vink took the stage to announce Game of the Year. But before that, he had this whole speech.
Sony Game of the Year.
Basically, what he would have wanted to say had he been given the time. Last year, he got to say this year, as the Game Awards was a lot more lenient with the amount of time allotted to award winners and to presenters, even between
I fucked up. That's all bad.
between
I
Game
looked at
Awards
the wrong
2023
timer.
and 2024. We
Jesus
saw
Christ.
Sven Vink speak out via interviews like this one from March 28th, 2024. He once again repeated this kind of exploitative notion that luckily
Away
for
from
us,
middle.
based on a conversation he had with a publisher, this industry is driven by idealism, by which he really meant this is how we profit. We abuse that idealism. We abuse artists' love for games, forcing them to implement elements that are nefarious, that are kind of a negative force towards the pure artistry of game making.
I think
And
that's also another thing that happens, because I bet when studios and games force developers to put systems into the game that make the game worse.
Kill the meteor.
If I think back on like my understanding, at least like my belief of my understanding of psychology, if you force a person who's creative to do something that they don't enjoy, you are going to get a multiplier effect on the negative result that will create.
We need
So
some
like
help
not only
killing over
are
here.
you doing something that like might be bad, but you're also like making that person hate it as well. And it's going to make that person hate their job.
Hide.
it becomes about, you know, maximizing recurring revenue. All of that was kind of discussed in this interview, and how models have been pushed too far in pursuit of profits, rapid profits, pursuit of bonuses. And so as a result of that, you saw a whole bunch of people being fired, which is predictable because we've seen it over and over and over.
I think that's what's happening a lot, but I don't think that the firings are just only because of pushing profits. I think a lot of games invest too much money into things that a lot of players don't really care about. And in the process of that, they end up costing too much money. And then the game, like the budget for the game is so big and so large that they have to implement systems and features that are effectively player unfriendly. And that causes people to just not enjoy the game. It's that simple. Yeah, it's a mix of things. Yeah.
Why apologize for this
Mistreating
fight?
their employees and treating them as expendable when so much
They're gonna
knowledge
figure
is
it out.
built up. When you get veteran developers and when you end up firing them, they don't actually know how much that costs them because of all of that knowledge lost that will make future
don't fuck up
projects
the dance.
just that much more difficult, because you're
think
essentially
afterwards we
doing a
need
hard
ammo.
reset on the kind of experience and knowledge that is built up. So all these things Sven Vink has talked about before. But then here we have Sven Vink in the Game Awards 2024. And the choice
This
words
one's
he had
so
to
hard.
pick out here, I just kind of want to play this for you
Yeah.
guys. Sven Vink really does give me hope that more leaders like these can arise, that Sven Vink can inspire other
The
developers.
reason why Larian is successful is because they don't have, like, while they do have investors, for example, Tencent owns part of Larian, they maintain their own autonomy. And the issue is when a publisher or like a board of directors or some form of higher power comes in and effectively corrupts the game in order to make it congruent with what their goals are. Because like every single time that you have like a higher degree of investor, their goal is not to make a good game. Their goal is to make money. Now, you could say you could make money by making a
V-torch
good
cross,
game,
right?
but these two things are not necessarily one and one.
developers to lead like Sven Vink does and have the ideals that Sven Vink holds. He just offers this cozy sense of comfort that you can have integrity in the art of making games while still being incredibly successful, and it being a path forward for not just the likes of Larian, but for all other AAA publishers who have kind of been led astray by greed. Now, speaking of cozy, that brings us to the sponsor of today's video.
And that's what happens, right? I mean, Tencent space is fucked, though. They hardly micromanage, especially for Western audiences. Well, like, if you were Tencent, do you want to micromanage, or do you just want to buy a cookie factory that makes cookies? Why would you want to micromanage? It just makes you look bad. And also, it builds their brand. Like, if people are reluctant for Tencent to come into the market, like the Western market, well, if Tencent's name is behind, like, Baldur's Gate 3 and Path of Exile 2, a lot more people are going to be accepting of that, because they're going to think to themselves, oh, okay, well, this game, like, these guys can't be that bad if they're involved with these really good games.
Vessi, makers of stylish, innovative, waterproof shoes that I've been daily driving for a couple years now. The models I've got for you here are the Stormburst
Dry
Low Top,
socks,
which are closer to traditional daily sneakers, and the Stormburst High Top, whose taller collar and exterior ruggedness make them especially great for the winter. Both of these are designed with materials that keep your feet cozy and warm, offer protection from snow and grime, and offer lots of exterior grip for any outdoor situation, which kind of make them a perfect gift
We
as
actually
the
had the
holidays
sponsor
draw
for
near.
steak and
I mean,
eggs.
these look really great with clean and sleek designs that go with tons of outfits.
Take the
And
next
they're really
testing,
easy to put on
Emma.
and really comfortable to wear thanks to
Birds
their
have to
lightweight,
die.
flexible, and breathable design, all while fully
Yeah, I
maintaining their
couldn't get 'em
waterproof
wet, to be
properties.
fair.
And when I
Get
say
it.
waterproof, I mean waterproof.
Yeah,
I've tried
I
all
tried
kinds of
doing
tests
that.
and experiments to see just how well these shoes repel water, and yeah, they've yet to fail me. Not a single drop of water has so much as
Expensive? I don't
grazed
know.
my socks and feet. Even in
Get away
LA,
from
it
the
gets
bird.
to
No
rain
idea.
every once in a while, and with the less predictable winter weather, wearing Vessis means that I never have to worry about surprise rain as I stroll through
Get
the
away
city.
from middle, get away
And
from
with
middle,
the
get away
Stormburst
from
models in
middle.
particular, I get to greet the winter season with confidence. And you can get your Stormburst Vessis or surprise your loved ones with them by going to Vessi.com, where you can shop Vessi's waterproof collection for only $99. All right, so
Amazing.
let's take a look at this segment of the Game Awards
Incredible.
2024 live stream where Sven Vink
Come
had
on,
the following
Flyers.
to say.
I realize you guys have been sitting here for over 3 hours, but I still have some time credits from
That
us
was a
here.
clean kill, guys.
Pretty messy.
So it turns out that not only will I be
my
the
partials on
one
this
who
is
will
gonna
know
be
as
easy.
first which game wins tonight,
Okay,
I
just
actually
press
also know
need on
which game is
certain
gonna win
stuff.
next year,
We got them
the year
out.
after, and
Oh,
the
we
year
did.
You
after.
got
Did
them
we?
out?
Now, how do
Yeah.
I know this? Well, an oracle told
Huh.
me.
Everyone
It
just
said
need anything?
change
Or
is coming. It's
No,
a
someone
multi-year
already
so
passed.
They made me sign an NDA,
passing on it.
but I trust all of you. I know you can keep a secret.
2025 is
Am I
going to
needed
be.
on the
I'm just
Embers,
gonna
or-
do a roll
It's
25
going
on
to
it.
be Grand Theft Auto 6, and 2026 is going to be.
I can need an Eternal Embers, right?
Who cares?
Yeah.
Or should I pass? Okay.
Maybe Witcher 4. Good point. Could
So
be Witcher
sorry,
4.
by the way, I have no idea what
As
I
you'll
was
see, this oracle
thinking. I
is
misread the
nothing
timers
but
very
common
badly.
sense, moral integrity,
Think-
and
Astro
think I
Bot
DC'd
2?
like
Stop,
3 times
bro.
on that one.
Stop.
creative output in a medium
I wish I
that
DC because then I
is
had
so
an
beloved
excuse
by many.
for my
The Oracle told me that the game of the
stupid
year
place.
2025 was going to be made by a studio who found the formula to make it up here on stage. It's stupidly simple, but somehow it keeps on getting lost.
It is stupidly simple. Like, obviously, the process of making games is incredibly complex. It's a multi-year endeavor with a lot of moving parts. But the ideals that pave the road towards studios that rise the status of Larian, that rise the status of your FromSofts and your
But
CD
it was
Projekts, that
it
pave
beat
the
our
road to
record with like 3
franchises that maybe
seconds.
start out small with
Yeah,
a
but-
niche dedicated, a loyal fan base
PoE is a
that
good
eventually
example.
becomes
If
mainstream.
any of you
All that
saw
comes from
a
what
stupid
he's
warrior
about to
leaping
explain
from
here.
one
Yeah,
side
PoE
to the other
is a good
while
example.
meteor was
Stupidly simple, and
spawning,
you look at
yeah,
all
that
the
was me.
games that have won
That was
Game of
me.
the Year or been
While
nominated for
the
Game of the
meteor
Year
was
that
spawning.
followed this
Yeah, when it
exact
fell
guideline.
down, and when I was
Studio made
at
their
the
game
middle
because
in my
they
leap,
wanted to make
I
a
got
tried to
meteor.
jump on it.
themselves.
Yeah.
They created
The
it
mistake.
because it hadn't been
Ah, so
created.
that was the okay. That
Because
was
it
the
hadn't
strike
been
round.
created
Okay.
before is a big one, with so many companies pursuing
Can
trends instead
I
of
actually
people
don't
look
even
at
agree with that. I think that if you want to make a
what I
game
wrote
that
in
people have
Officer?
made before, but you just do a better job at it, I think people will buy it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think you can reinvent the wheel, and if it's a really good wheel, people will buy that wheel too.
I completely agree.
That's fine. It's just the quality has to be immaculate. Like Astrobots is probably the best example of that. Like Astrobot, I mean, it's Mario basically, right? In a lot of cases.
It's number 12.
Number 12.
And like look at PoE 2. PoE 2 like took a lot from Diablo.
Oh, so close.
Setting their own.
That's the least
it
earned
all
amount
just kinda
ever.
becomes
From that
samey and stale, but
Yeah.
then there are those developers who are the ones who
Well, if you feel
kind
bad
of
about it,
found
you
a
can
whole
give it to me.
genre,
No,
or
no, no,
take
not
a
with
genre
that
that exists
Flask on Etsy and flask on
evolves
weed.
it to new enough heights. Instead
That's
of
plus
doing
one.
stuff that market
Right.
research says you should do, they're
Well
doing
deserved.
things that market research don't even know about yet, and that in turn.
That's actually a
Can
really
someone
good
put
point.
marks on the legs, please?
Yeah, the people that really know their shit, like, how do you possibly know what people are going to like in 6 years? Like, think about it. If you're releasing a game and your game was coming out today and you've been working on it for 6 years, you could have potentially prototyped that game after Fortnite.
Sorry,
Think about
yes.
how long ago Fortnite
I am
was.
very ready.
Are people still interested in that kind of game? Maybe, probably not though.
Are going to draw a lot of attention because it's new.
You
and
can't
fresh
build
and
things off
interesting.
of trends.
They didn't make it to increase market share. They didn't make it to serve as a brand. They didn't have to meet arbitrary sales targets or
Yeah.
fear being laid off.
I'm
if they
so
didn't-
not used to
didn't
having a
meet those
second Holy
targets.
Paladin in the
And
raid.
furthermore, the people in charge forbade them from cramming the game with anything whose only purpose was to increase revenue and didn't serve the game design.
Keep in mind that Sven
Did not serve the game design. Oh, I think that it does serve the game design. It serves to make it worse. Every game that has a store, the game revolves around the store.
Where am I
That's what
fucking-
happens.
Oh, everyone on the right
Sooner
foot,
or
please.
later,
Let's make
it might
turn
not
to the
happen
right.
immediately, but sooner or later, that's the way it goes. Because that's the way the game makes
I
money.
need a full right.
Vink is not just a
Needs
developer,
to
he's actually
complete
the
turn,
CEO.
guys.
He's the
Please
head
stop hitting the
executive
left foot.
of the company that
The right.
developed and published Baldur's Gate 3. And this is how this leader thinks. Not only did he never enforce
PoE. PoE is designed for you to
Make
spend
him go
money on the
straight.
store.
He needs to hit that volcano.
It is.
Bark is up.
It is. Like, I love PoE, but it's designed for you to be inconvenienced and then need to spend money on the
Purple
store.
lines.
I'm the biggest simp for the game, but we have to look at facts.
Keep, make him go straight. And get ready to
shady
hit the left
monetization
leg
elements
of
They
my
deserve it.
mark.
I agree.
in games like Baldur's Gate 3, he full on
But it
forbade
still
it.
is
It
there.
wasn't just that
Start
he didn't
hitting the left
suggest
leg
it,
a
he
bit.
didn't allow it,
Man,
period. He
not
said,
too
no,
hard,
no, we're
he's hit the
drawing
volcano.
some lines because he actually has moral boundaries. Imagine if someone like him was at the head of the likes
I
of
don't even think that it's
completely
moral.
hit the
Like,
left
I mean,
leg, we
is
make
it
it- we're
immoral
going to make him
have
do a full turn.
microtransactions in a video game? I personally don't think so. I just think it sucks. That's it. I think it just sucks. Like, I mean, there's no like
Keep hitting the left
morality
leg.
and like virtue with this. It's just annoying. I don't like it.
Once he has turned,
EA,
let's
Take-Two,
start hitting the right leg.
Ubisoft,
It's
not
not
visionary.
so on and
No,
so
it's not.
forth.
And make him go
The
straight.
kind of
He's
output
hit
we'd
both
see
volcanoes.
from
Make
those
him go
beloved
straight.
franchises that have become so stale or so corrupted.
They didn't treat their developers like
A bit
numbers
more
on
to
a
the left.
spreadsheet.
Bit more to
They
the left.
didn't treat their
Bark is
players
up.
as users to
A
exploit.
lot more to the left.
And they didn't make decisions
Everything to
they
the left,
knew
please.
were short-sighted in function of a bonus or politics. They knew that if you put
Alright,
the game
guys.
and the
Please
team
hit
first,
the left leg.
the revenue will follow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They were driven by idealism and wanted players to have fun. And they realized that if the developers didn't have fun, nobody was going to have any fun. They understood the value of respect. That if they
Come
treated
on,
their
Raleigh,
developers
please.
and
Hit them
players
already.
well, those same developers and players would forgive them when things didn't go as planned. But above all,
Yeah,
they cared about their game
he's hitting.
because
He
they
missed
loved
one.
games.
I think that's what happens, is that when studios try to force
fuck, everyone
developers
is
into
dying.
putting things into the game that just make the game worse, what
Right,
it does is
hit
it
the
trains
right
developers
leg.
to not care about the game. Because, like, I bet if you talk to a lot of the guys that work on a game like, you know, Call of Duty or, like, Assassin's Creed Valhalla,
Guys,
they
please hit the
probably
right
don't
leg.
like the
We
fact
need to
that
make him
there's
do a full
items in the
turn.
store. Like, a lot of the actual on-the-ground, you know, like, everyday,
Right.
in the trenches
He
developers,
is really not
I
turning
bet
today.
most of those guys
if
feel
a
the exact
full
same
right
way that we
is
do.
called, isn't it kind
And
of
I
like
bet
some
even the
ideas
game
do
directors
chain
do.
lightning?
Now, they might view this as a
Onto the
necessary
foots.
evil, but they do
Yep.
view it as an evil.
That isn't a problem.
Yeah, holding stuff back for DLC. Yeah, I bet they don't like it
Right,
either.
keep, make him go straight.
Really that
We can
simple,
still
said
salvage.
Bjorgo.
No, we cannot
You can
salvage
say
this.
what you want about
This is
Nintendo,
white.
but one thing that's been consistent about that company throughout
Suing
the
people.
years
People have too
Suing
many
is
people.
that
stacks now.
respect for
Lawsuits.
the employees, the
Oh, okay.
sheer value
Yeah,
that
he was
Nintendo
really not
places
turning
in the
today.
talent that they have. The
I do have to say that it is really cool for me to see the same guys that I grew up reading their names on like the Super Mario World credits
Damage is counted
running
based on the
Nintendo.
DPS difference.
Like I
So
never,
it doesn't matter
you
if you
never
have
really
dots on
think
both
about that, but
targets,
like
just don't
that to
have
me
them
is
on the
so
wrong
fucking
foot only.
awesome.
Yeah, true.
cuts that executives took during Nintendo's roughest
That's
years
cool,
because
yeah.
they realized how important
They
it
made
was,
it, yeah.
above all else, to retain the talent that makes the products that they output, that make the money for the company possible. Those industry...
He's completely right about this too, by the way. That's the ship of Theseus like metaphor I was talking about how a lot of companies become effectively. It's like this is a possessed. It's like the corpse of a
Oh,
company.
I'm still
that's been
looking at
reanimated,
the game.
and it's
Like,
not the same as it used to
there's
be.
mobs and yeah.
Right? Yeah.
People are.
Yeah,
I see
I-
Jens by
many-
charging
many
up his
studios are like
fireball.
this.
passing down of
Nice.
knowledge
Yeah,
from
Blizzard.
veteran to veteran,
Yeah, his game is
who then
stuck.
becomes wiser,
Yeah.
more
Well, I guess you
experienced, and
better
instead of getting
switch to
fired and
mobile
having
phone
all that
already, since
knowledge,
this latest on
experience,
Bailey is screwed
know-how,
again.
and wisdom
It
getting
it
lost,
really
all
feels
that
like
continues to be
Sweden is
passed
a
down, and
third
all
world
that knowledge,
country
experience, and
with
wisdom continues to build
internet
But
connection
build
that
and
you
only-
can
grow to
only
newer
around
innovations,
Östersund.
to,
It's just a
better
broken switch in the
workflows
basement.
and,
I got a
to
text from the
level of
landlord on
creativity and
Friday
pursuit
that
for quality and
Telia's gonna
ambition,
send out
that can
technicians,
be
but I'm
realized
not
as a
sure when.
result of all that built up.
I mean, I'm
knowledge,
pretty sure the
wisdom, and
Norwegian can
experience
agree
can
with
only
me.
come
Yes.
from
Yeah.
treating
About Sweden.
developers with respect. When you
Of
talk
course,
about
you're
respect,
asking
I think
Norwegians
also,
about
like,
Sweden.
I mean, I think
Okay.
it's probably okay for me to say this.
Of course,
but,
because
like,
I know
Yeah,
you
but
a
could.
lot of times
make a
whenever
guess
we
from
put
what
on
country
events,
she comes.
the events that
Doesn't make
our
a
Sweden
production
bad,
staff
yes, okay.
always had
She's
been
coming
the
from
most
your colony,
enthusiastic
Patsy.
about had been the events that were purely
Uh,
for fun
colony.
and
what
not sponsored events. Those
Denmark
are the
has
ones where
never
people
been
start getting
Sweden's
really
colony,
creative. They're
like,
like, oh,
ever.
hey, why don't we try this? Why don't we do that?
Okay, which phone
I think that
is
happens
my
probably
internet?
everywhere.
Ethernet
So like it's probably true with
7,
like movies. It's probably true with what do you call it? With video games. It's true with putting on an event. Yeah, of course, right?
players.
Less
You look at
restrictions,
what
exactly.
Baldur's Gate 3 has done,
Yeah.
and it's been nothing but respect. There's nothing that was paywalled in some weird, shitty way.
Doesn't even
all of
feel that
the
much better
And
when
it
you get
also
the guy.
respects the audience too. Like I've seen a lot of Baldur's Gate 3 clips where you can do some really edgy, bad stuff in the game, and it respects the maturity of the audience to not
Oh,
try
is
to
everyone back?
grandstand and patronize them,
Alright, let's try this again.
which is a big component.
densely packed content was offered
Fast
in a
bus
single,
one.
easy to follow transaction with no charts involved as to what editions give you what. They went into early access and really ensured that they got as much feedback from players as possible before finalizing a game and turning it into something truly
Someone
epic
ninja?
and on a scale that we
Jens,
really
why did he
don't even
ninja?
see from some of the biggest AAA publishers whose strict deadlines and whose strict guidelines on
Huh?
how these developers need to make games and
me?
what they need to implement and the kinds
me?
of schemes that they need to add. All of that
Oh,
diminish
sorry about that.
developers' ability to...
That's one of the things that I feel like gacha games
Alright,
are
get
running
ready to
into
start
now,
hitting
is
the
that
right with a
every
tiny
single
bit.
gacha game plays, looks, and behaves the exact same.
And
And there are like little nuances that are different with each one.
Let's make him
But
turn.
if you look at the
Everyone on
DNA,
the
it's
right
pretty
foot,
much all
please.
the same.
make the
Yeah,
game of
they're
their
too
dreams
formulaic.
and to make it of the highest quality. When you give developers the ability to make what they really want to make
Start
without
hitting left a bit,
compromises,
so we need to go
and to
make him go
give that
straight.
to customers and players
Firelands.
in the most reasonable way possible,
Yeah, a bit
you
more on the
pave
left,
the
bit
road
more on
to
the left.
successes like your Elden Rings, your Baldur's Gate 3s, your Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah,
This is why
this is
indies
a
have
bit
taken off
awkward.
so much because they embody what's Sven
He needs to hit that volcano
just
first,
talked
then we
about
need to make
here.
him do a
Well,
full turn on the right leg. Hit the
Baldur's
right
Gate
leg
3
bit,
is an
but he
indie
needs to hit
studio.
that volcano.
They don't have a publisher. What makes you an indie studio? Not having a publisher makes you an indie studio.
I think it's.
They are.
Are we doing
Like,
right or left?
That's the big difference.
Right leg,
Is that
right
it's
leg. We
usually
need to make
very
him
big
do a full
publishers
turn.
that come in
Let's hit
and
that
try
volcano
to
first, make him go big
change
straight.
what the goal of the game
Be
is.
ready to keep hitting the
In
right
terms of
foot once he hits that
idealism, they're
volcano.
all about just like wanting people to relate to that passion for this idea,
He's gotta
that this
skip that
vision that
volcano,
they
god
had,
fucking damn
that they
it.
can then share with the world.
Let's keep him
And it can be
going straight.
something
We
as
need to hit the
simple as
volcano in front of
Balatro,
us.
something of a
Fair for
humble
lines.
budget
Why is he
made
going
by
to the
a
left?
single person
People hit the
who
left
managed to like
foot a bit.
sweep at the Game Awards because of the idealism that this individual had. They did not design
Right.
Balatro with
Making
this
go straight. 2 active volcanoes, then
preordained
we need to
plan
hit
that
full
this was
left
going to
because
make
there's
so
an
much
active
freaking
volcano
money and
behind
win
us.
all these awards. They just had this idea of like, this
Right,
would be
hit
fun.
full
I'd love
left.
to make this, and they did. And the resonance that such a well-crafted game had is kind of what led to everything else. It's what led to the revenue. It's what led to the fame. It's what led to the acclaim.
Making
It's
go
funny
straight.
because this happens with a lot of streamers
once
too.
he has gone
Like if you guys
straight
ever
over
like
that
think about a
volcano, he
streamer
needs
that
that volcano.
was really popular because they just did what they wanted
Make
to
him
do.
go to the left.
But then after they, got some sort of like threshold or something happened, then
him
they
on the
got
left
more
leg.
focused on like metrics or numbers or
Making
money
go
or something
straight.
like that. And then they stopped doing everything
Making
else
go
and they only did
straight.
one
5
thing.
seconds, I'll grab sparks.
All of that wasn't
quite common.
pre-planned.
On the right foot,
core,
everyone. Please hit the
kind of
right foot.
Intuition.
Like I'm
That
not,
was
by
not
the way, I'm
going
not calling
straight at
out any
all.
individual streamer, and a lot of you guys, like, I disagree with what your examples are, but I'm just saying, like, it is very common, and it's not just with games.
I thought BE.
Went into a game like
Try for
Balatro
lines.
was, what's fun for me? What do I need to share with the world? What do I have to say to the
Right.
world? What kind of fun do I have to offer to the
Ah,
world
this
through
is
the
another
artistry
wipe.
that
Is
I'm
it-
about to
am I
imbue?
doing
There's
bad
just
calls, or is
earnestness that you
just-
can feel exude from a game that was made by developers
bit
with
of
ideals
spawn
like
there.
Sven
Yeah,
Vink,
those spawns
whether
like
we're talking
spawned
about on a
after he
AAA
turned a
level
couple of
or on
times.
an indie level. To have someone like Sven Vink, who is in such a position where, when he talks, people will listen. When he talks, there's a ripple effect. When he talks about idealism,
the
it
damage
resonates coming from an
is way
authentic
higher.
human being with
Yeah,
an
it's not
authentic
going
love
straight. That's
for
the
art,
main issue I'm
with an
having right now.
authentic
Every
love
time we
for
tell people
this
to let him go
nerdy
straight,
hobby of ours,
either
if you
straight
will,
to the left
an
or straight to
authentic
the
love
right.
for the very special medium that is video games that has shaped so many of our lives. And when you see someone like that say something so true, so earnestly and authentically sincere, and make so
Well,
much.
the other thing that's funny about it is that even people that might disagree with them, you can't disagree with the results and the numbers. The fact is that every single one of the games that comes out that's like that is very popular and successful. And so you can complain that gamers, you don't
Try
like
to,
what gamers
avoid
like
the
or
lines.
anything else. None of that matters because at the end of the day, if you have people that are
Let's get
buying these
rid of-
games and playing them, that's the only thing that really makes a difference. That's the only thing that people really care
Don't
about.
ninja.
Sense.
Yeah, money
and
talks,
just
exactly.
has this goodness about him in the way he
Numbers don't
envisions
lie?
the future
Nope.
of gaming or what it should be. That's going to make people more aware that people like Sven Vink exist. And so when we do see the bullshit that other AAA publishers try to pull, I think the masses will be much more resistant against the normalization of what AAA publishers are trying to pursue. It'll allow people to see that not every CEO has to be an Andrew Wilson or a Yves Guillemot or a Strauss Zelnick. We can have people in executive positions like Sven Vink, and when you do have someone like that at the head, it all trickles
I
down.
think the real problem is that AAA studios are too big. They have too many people on payroll. They have too many too many expenses, and it causes them to
Alright,
have
get
to
ready to hit
water
the right
down
foot.
and add features into games that players don't want.
Hit the right foot.
That's the real
everyone
fundamental issue.
Ah, fuck me. Hit the left hook.
Is
Fall on the
that these
left.
ships are too big to be
Fall on
able
the
to
left.
navigate. Too many cooks. I think it's just example of it
Make
just
him do
being
a
too
full
big
turn,
and it
please.
being crushed under its own weight.
And
That's
when that
it.
kind of idealism
Once he has
trickles
turned,
down
make him go
all throughout a
straight.
studio, that's when you get magic, because then everyone's on board, including the captain steering the ship.
Yep.
And he's steering that ship towards gaming paradise, essentially.
And make him
so I don't
go
know, I know I'm
straight.
spouting a bunch of mumbo jumbo right now, but it's just nice to see someone
That's
at
good,
the level of
good.
Sven Vink having the balls.
Let's keep him going
to
straight.
actually
Once he
say
hit the
something.
volcanoes,
Defend gaming,
let's talk
defend
it,
its
right.
developers,
Alright, guys,
defend
it's not going
the
straight.
players
Everyone
and
left foot,
customers,
please.
and defend the medium
Good.
as a whole.
Make
It's
him go
him calling out
straight.
the entire games industry and being like, hey, games industry, can we just take better care of this
And
medium
everyone on the right
and the
Well,
people?
the thing is
Make
that
him turn.
the reason why he's able to say that is because everybody bought Baldur's Gate 3. The reality is that the people that make video games don't really decide which video
Good.
games
Let's
are
keep
popular.
him turning. He
The
just
players
needs to hit
do.
the volcano and then make him
So
go
if
straight.
you don't like a certain type of game, stop supporting
it
those
out.
games. And I think that's usually what happens. And
Making
then
go
those games
to
end
the
up
other
falling
side,
off
see the active volcano.
massively.
That's gonna be a very tricky one.
Yeah, don't buy it.
Behind it who make it possible.
And then they're
so
done.
they can make
be
great
on the left foot,
and
please.
also, you know, make good business decisions out of it as well along the way. Like all of this is not.
This is
mutually
gonna be a
exclusive,
very
but just
tight turn.
gives hope
Once I
that
tell him
more
everyone nuke the
people
right foot,
like this can
let him
step
go
into the
straight
games
and
industry and
right hit start
achieve
hitting the right
success
foot.
that
You need to
Sven
do a
Vink
big
has
turn
with
now.
that idealism. This
We
is
think
not
about
just
how much Baldur's Gate 3 elevated Larian. Like, Larian wasn't a massive studio before
Very
them.
good. Making
Like,
go
I mean,
straight.
yeah, they had Divinity Original Sin, and, you know, they were popular, people knew them, but, like, Baldur's Gate 3, like, took them up into the fucking,
A bit more on the left.
you know, to the moon, right? Like, that's what really kind of put them on the map.
Idealism that will lead to ruination.
Good.
This is
Once he hits the
idealism
volcano, go on
that
the
has
right
time
foot.
and again shown can lead
All on the right,
to
all on the right, all on the right.
industry-leading success. You know, sales and acclaim that AAA publishers can only dream about because they're going about
this
it
is good.
in
This is
just
very
the
good.
worst way,
They
and
keep
the
hitting the
wrongest
right
ways
foot.
possible. But yeah, anyway, ramble over. I just wanted to highlight this moment as among the best parts of Game Awards
He will
2024,
either go
which
into
overall
phase
was
2 or
actually a
he
really
hit a
good
volcano.
show, Sven.
Whatever happens, just keep
fighting
hitting
good fight and
the legs.
keep making awesome shit.
I
no,
think
we
that a
lost
lot of game
it. Right, get
developers
ready for
think
phase
the
2.
exact same way that
Good
he
job,
does.
guys.
The issue is that there are investors, and there are the companies get too big.
This went a lot better.
And
Thank
then
you all
the
for
company
making go
has to
straight.
make decisions that are bad for players. That's it. It's literally that simple. I don't think that most people that are making video games want to make like soulless cash grabs with microtransaction shops. I don't think that's what they want to do.
Again, good job on this one.
Keep
This
doing
one
what
went
you do,
smooth.
man, because the industry needs that kind of leadership. But that's just one man's take. Let me know in
YouTubers
the
create
comments
game
below what your
success.
thoughts and opinions are on
Guys,
Sven
finish
Vink's
where-
speech and the ideals that he pursues game development with. And to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.
Well, I think he's right.
A couple of years
give me
ago,
a
I made a
second.
video.
Sorry about that. So,
Sven Vink.
what I think happens in a lot of cases is that these different developers, they try to focus a lot on like making the game good, and I think that they have a lot of like genuine like enthusiasm for making a good quality, high quality game. But
we're
then
gonna
when
have
the game
a
isn't making enough money,
slight
or it's
change
projected to only sell so many
on
copies,
Belrock.
and then it won't make enough money, that's when you
Since
see
we
these
now
additional
have
features
two
be
Holy
added in
Paladins.
that end up
How
making
well
the
are
game
you with
worse.
stacking,
And I think
Necro?
that having investors, because you've got to keep in mind, a lot of the investors, there's a video, a lot of the investors, they don't care about the long-term sustainability of the studio. They
let me
don't.
think
All
real
they want to
fast.
do is have like and to make 20% more revenue for this month or this quarter and then leave. And that's the problem. And I think that's also the reason why, you know, studios, like especially like Japanese studios, because I don't think that they set, like, I don't live in Japan, I don't really understand this, but like it sure seems to me like Japan doesn't have the same corporate culture that we do. And because that they don't have the same corporate culture, that's why you have studios like Capcom, Nintendo, and From Software over in Japan that are making these insanely good, amazing fucking games, and they're not beholden to some, you know, very, very short-term philosophy. It's worse. My understanding is that it's worse for like employees, but in terms of like the prospects that they put on the company and like the philosophy that they have for growing the company is much different. Like, obviously, corporate culture in Japan, people, I don't live there, I don't know. I hear it's bad, but what the fuck do I know? And so, anyway, it's worse in terms of nothing ever changes. Yeah, but that's a good thing if you've got something that works in the first place, right? And so that's it. How do you feel about the different game versions? I mean, deluxe packs or ultimate packs? Investors have no chill. I think that if you can buy a game and get all the content inside of the game, and that's all you have to do, then it's a good thing. If you have extra deluxe packs that give additional content, then I think it's really cringe and annoying. So like that's the way that I draw the line personally. I think everybody's gonna look at it differently. But yeah, like day one DLC I think is like really, really stupid. Like in general, that kind of stuff really sucks. COVID pushed the bar high for corporate models because now they can't come down. Yeah, exactly, right? PayPix complaining that they can't be PayPix. Yeah. Working more hours is counterproductive. It does not have a net benefit result. Well, I don't know, right? I think it just depends. But what I'm saying with this is that I do think that like the best games now, and we're seeing this with indie games, so many games are coming out now that aren't made by massive studios that are like huge sellers and massively popular. Like if I go and I look at, for example, like any like Steam DB, like how many of these games are massive AAA studio games that are at the top? Many of them are not. Like as far as I know, War Thunder isn't, Baldur's Gate 3 isn't, now it is. It was a AA studio. Delta Force, I don't really know about Delta Force. Helldivers 2 wasn't. Like many of these games, like Rust wasn't. So many of them are popular and they're not made by these massive studios at all. And I think that's just what's going to continue. Is that you're going to have these smaller studios that can be more agile. They can respond to like player demands more easily. And you're seeing, I mean, look at even PoE 2. Yesterday was Sunday. It hit over 500,000 players. This is an incredible level of, what do you call it? Of like player retention. This is insane player fucking retention. Disgusting. Look at this, 437,000. So yeah, I mean, I think it's just going to continue and it's going to get even more popular, right? And not PoE 2 specifically, but like just the entire idea of making smaller scope games and not relying on a massive AAA publisher in order to make something happen.
So Die Hard 1
Marvel Rivals
is a
player
Christmas
retention has been
movie,
insane
right?
as well. Well, like,
Yeah.
let me
No.
see that. I think Marvel Rivals is still probably growing, right?
It's a movie that takes
Yeah,
place on
it kind of
Christmas.
is. It's
Which
doing very well.
then
I'll be curious
makes
to see it in a
it-
couple of months. Like,
It's
as I
the
said,
most
I'm
classic
not,
Christmas movie there is.
I don't believe it's going
Christmas
to continue
has
growing,
not
but we're
started
gonna have to wait and
until
see. Today has to
Robert
be a short day
flies
because
through
I have
the
to go
window.
record my podcast.
It's a
and,
real good action
sorry
movie
about
that
that.
takes
I
place
had
during
something I had to
Christmas.
do in the morning
You're
today,
a
but tomorrow
Swedish
should be
person,
back
aren't
to
you?
the normal stream times and
I am.
everything, and we'll be back to normal. I
But,
don't know
yeah,
what we're going
like,
to do tomorrow. I have no idea.
from
We're gonna do
Brooklyn
Astrobot
Nine-Nine.
or do something else. I haven't really decided.
I
I'll
hope
figure it
takes
out
place on
then, but
Christmas
the
Eve
odds
as
are
well.
we will probably try Astrobot and play more of
Like
Astrobot.
Yeah.
Who is like a
Because I
Christmas
did do
movie, you
that,
can
and I
even
might
see,
just
like,
do
front
another
page.
episode of that. But we'll see what
Home
happens. I
Alone
was
2,
gonna do it
yeah, he
yesterday,
meets
but I had to
him
take a day off.
in the
So
lobby.
anyway, guys, thank
It's
you all
like
very much
filmed
for
in the
watching.
Trump
And
Tower.
no PoE 2 again today? No, not doing PoE 2 today. And so anyway,
Back when he
guys,
was a
thank you
Democrat.
all very much for watching, and I will be back on.
Home Alone 3? What the fuck?
tomorrow.
That's not
Bye,
even
boys.
the
Peace.
same
See ya.
people.
No, Home Alone
it's
3
better.
is a horrible movie.
No, it's the best one.
Home
Oh, it's a
Alone
completely
2
horrible one with
all
an
the way.
annoying little ass kids.
Yeah, but Mustin, I said to you this as a friend. When you said it in private, that you thought 3 was better than the other, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, ad
fresh
spawning.
respawn.
Ad spawning. Bam goes.
Yeah.
If he's not comfortable with this group, he's not comfortable playing the game, period.
What about Home Alone 4 then?
I haven't seen that
Is that
one,
a
so I
thing?
can't make a comment.
That one was real shit.
One thing you can also do with Play-Doh is
Like this group clears it without him.
I gotta go. Yeah, just send it. I'll say it after. That's good. That's good. Oh, we're booming so hard right now.
Look at that mage damage in the bottom right.
doing 15,000 damage.
No, yeah, send it. That's fine.
Sorry.
Okay. This is.
No, that stress respawns on the opposite
You guys
side
haven't
soon.
been playing with mages?
No, we've never played with.
It's
Oop,
literally
there it is.
Yep.
Is this normal? Is
This is
15,000?
normal. This is normal.
Yeah, Tana,
don't say that my role is ever broken again, okay?
Okay, let's sheep. I'll get square. These mobs fuck, so we're gonna sheep them. Yeah. Go. Going. No cleave, no cleave. So if you hit those sheeps, they break.
Where are you
but for
going,
now,
man?
they're just permanency.
I've been going down, man.
Just cleave down the boss at the same time.
Trial single target is probably still Mortal Strike than Sunder, to be honest.
Wait,
But
I think Sutter's that bad?
just in this group,
Wee.
because you're buffing only you, and it doesn't do that much threat compared to like Mortal Strike.
Well, it doesn't even mention Yam
Oh, because you're mages.
Right.
So the armor.
Big loot.
Okay.
So your group kind of depends on what you're playing. If you're playing a full hunter group, yeah. You're
Upgrade for parachute.
Oh, she forgot to change it back to rare. Huh.
I know I'm a cliche, but The Holiday is a fantastic Christmas movie.
The Holiday.
Yeah, with
Never
Jude
even heard
Law,
of it.
Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Berserker Rage, when you take magic damage, you get
Probably seen it. I can't remember, but
a bajillion rage.
Wait, really?
It's like
Is that even like
when
a
you're taking
Oh, Jack Black and
fighting
what's
mobs
her face?
like single target?
Didn't know that.
Kate
You
Winslet.
get bonus rage from
Yeah.
magic damage in Berserker.
Yep. Especially
I just remember the nude person from Titanic.
It's like 500 damage.
Ah,
You have Berserker Rage, you're gonna get like 20, 30 rage.
gross.
Probably because it's a big
It's like
hit
a
in
full
general.
Wait,
Wait,
Amsi,
there's
I
big
just
hits in
got
general. I thought it was like
statement.
magic. Okay.
I was wanding.
Oh.
But there was a movie that came to mind when you said The Holiday. It's with what is it? Sandra Bullock and the guy that plays Deadpool.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. That movie is legit fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like
The
they.
Proposal, I think it's called.
Yeah, Proposal. Yeah, they basically hate each other, but then they end up together. So yeah.
So you can. So that debuff stacks up the more that they hit you. That's why we're sheeping the other enforcers. If you get
They never make like rom-coms anymore, which was a good movie because like you could tolerate it when watching it with your girlfriend.
You can let me have aggro until it expires.
Yeah, and Ryan Reynolds is fucking hot. That's Deadpool.
He's awesome in what's it called?
Blade Trinity.
No, there's a comedy like early 2000.
Oh, Van Wilder.
Van Wilder, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That
The,
was
the pastries that they fill from the fucking bulldog.
Do you know what's the best Christmas movie? The Grinch.
yeah. And I have a thing for Elf with Will Ferrell.
Yeah,
I
that's
just love it.
pretty fun, yeah.
And Four Christmases and
Isn't there like a new movie out like called Red or something like that? Like
Yeah.
Dwayne Rock Johnson, something like that.
Oh, do you mean Red One?
Yeah, Red One.
Yeah, I downloaded it a few days ago, but I haven't seen it yet.
But what did anybody say about another Christmas movie? I'm trying to fish for new movies.
Red One.
Glass.
The Grinch.
Okay, listen up, guys. I marked Earth Priest with a square. Do not hit him with Tormented. Do not run through him. The healers will be stacking on this guy. Because we stand usually between ranged and melee. Pretty. Healers is sorted.
What is it with the Danes, man? Dude, they just can't.
It's tactics. It's Genji. Can't believe this. So yeah, I'm just gonna cheat this. We're gonna keep these mobs kind of hurt, so we're just gonna keep it simple, one by one. Okay, we got two. We're gonna kill the Reaver first.
That, by the way.
Yeah. No, it's good.
It's
I think
hard
it
thing
linked.
time.
I don't think it was you. But yeah, you want to get threat on that guy and Zerker Rage if you have it. That caster will give you a ton of rage to work with.
Cancel, cancel, cancel. I didn't respec. Just give me a bit of time to get mana.
Oh,
Look at
sad
this
army.
sexy army here.
Go
Yeah,
with
sorry,
zero
we're
mana.
talking about healing stuff and I forgot.
Yeah, I think you're doing great.
Man, honestly,
50,
10
what the
seconds.
fuck?
Well,
That's about the time it takes to drink for the mana, yeah.
it was the timer for trinkets and shit that guys popped.
1600.
It is the tanks army, so it's not that big.
Portal strike cleaves sunder, and you have a bajillion rage then.
He's about to blast.
Yeah, you don't even need to charge. You just walk in.
Stop
He's
fucking with my
doing
cool
it for
timer.
trinkets.
Get that shit.
I mean,
And I gotta mute for a second.
I don't give a fuck about marketing trinkets. Eh.
I mean,
8 days, we can pull on Christmas.
you'll be allowed to not give a fuck when you actually beat Machina.
Hey, give me a legendary, motherfucker.
An easy one.
Can get
No.
legendary daggers.
There are no legendaries
We can give him
anymore.
Shadow Maul.
Belongs to you.
That's a legendary.
I'd be grabbing me my
It's just legendary to be in this guild, so it's good.
But he's right, Bam. Just take out your Shadow Mode and go ham at these boss.
So that when you do charge.
Oh my god! So at the end, I should have been at battle stance at the last.
Shadow Mode has no power here.
But for this, it makes sense because when we're going into these packs, like these are kind of hard, so it's good to be in D stance.
But near the end, I should swap the battle stance and get my.
Let's pray for some good RNG.
Yeah, don't do it because the next is a boss.
Let's pray for a one shot.
100%. And on single target, you're heroic striking to dump rage. If you're trying to dump, if you want to hold your rage, you know,
4,
just
3,
auto attack.
2, 1.
Yeah, this is great. You have 100 rage going into this pull. It's a boss. You can sunder it 5 times and heroic strike on CD. We're gonna
The
double
boss
speed.
on me.
Yep. Switch single target, no cleave. Sheeping.
Which one are you doing? Okay, I'll do one.
I focus the boss.
Yep. And pump threat. Full single target.
The Holy Paladin forgot to.
All bosses need to get demo shouted.
First blade coming up.
The best way to look at demo shout, it's like a 25% damage reduction. It's actually way bigger than it might seem.
Inferno.
Okay, might want to switch now, Necro.
Nice.
Okay.
Don't triangle.
Didn't execute.
Smartless tanking.
He had a Belt of Valor. It's not pre-raid Biss, but goddamn, his first piece of good, like max level loot.
It's Biss for me. It's Biss for me. Give it.
You're the only one who can use it. It's all you, man.
It's Biss. It's Biss.
It's not. But,
Wait, what about the gemstone? Is that a quest?
Yeah, but we're probably not going to finish it. We're not going to do the quest. It's
Where are you on the quest? You on the right?
it's for
Shark.
a key. It's like an attunement.
Clear.
The Warlock's on the right.
Inferno.
Don't top me. Don't top me.
What's in the storm?
Is this actually best in slot for a warrior?
No, but it's decent.
Biss.
for him
It's
right
Biss.
now.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Yeah, it's Biz.
He's just gonna roll with it. Yep, it's Biss.
Should I stay on the tank?
Now you get the real.
Smartless tanking.
Yeah.
Finish that crystal and afterwards you do.
The dungeons you're about to do now, that's when you get the juicer loot.
I
Hit the tanks.
Tsar Dicko died to it.
Shark.
Okay, so Leo and Palace remain on the tanks. Jovan and I take over on the Soakers.
We don't have enough stacks.
It is dead.
Want to take
That's
over.
where he died, right there. We can see it.
Is this way, Tyler? Yeah, we're going back.
Getting tormented right now.
JJ can
I
take
have
over
to
next.
go to crystals.
Summation blade.
Yeah, that's where Sardako died.
Dead.
Yeah, he was your coach, right? Sadako taught you how to play, I heard.
No,
Tyler?
hell no. Tried once. When I first started.
All right, let's do this pack for fun. This is
my
a little
Loa.
test. All right, and this is high tech
Shark.
technology. Go
Just
battle
wait.
stance.
Let it die.
And I want you to try something here. Auto attack this rat. When you attack a level 1 crit,
Martha can take this.
you almost guarantee a crit, which gives you a ton of rage.
Oh shit.
And that do it again. There's a yeah. Look at that shit.
Oh,
And then
shit.
you can charge in, huge sweeping strikes, and fuck this pack up, bro.
Up
Next
top.
blade
top.
coming up.
Yeah,
There's
let's
one
get it.
more behind you as well if you want. There's a roach.
Inferno.
No, let's fuck
Inferno
him up.
blade,
You
big
guys
heals
have
on
to
Splinter.
send that. Look at that. Big damn.
I forgot to use the right. I'm sorry. I'm a failure.
It's okay. You just send it. Big damn.
Sharks.
Is this the most live viewed
Far right
LBR
for the locks.
of WoW? How many views do you have? I don't even
Yeah,
know.
Oh,
just
we have
die.
dead things again.
Probably not.
Right, and you're at what?
We had terrible stacking
It's actually horrible.
because of the burst crystal.
Really good for warrior though.
Where is
I
it?
mean, he's a
I didn't saw
tank.
you.
I got it, dude. Yes.
It's okay. Happens.
It's not good. It's actually horrible.
If anything goes wrong, just blame Tuss.
I'm needing all the loot in this dungeon.
He's the mace man, isn't he?
No, it's not that kind of rate. We're blaming tanks.
Matsu, you just got 100 gold for me. What do you want?
Yeah, because I want death roll. And I win this roll also, Tyler. I will win this roll also.
Actually, roll on it.
Let him have it.
Probably will.
Wait,
Watch.
guys, this is.
Feast.
I
Go
can
for it.
actually use this though, no? Like,
I
all
mean,
jokes
yeah,
aside.
grab now,
Rogues hate hammers.
It's a maze.
That's correct.
I mean, for leveling.
I mean,
You win everything. How you cheat? How do you win every roll, every death roll? How?
Taylor, I can give it to you, bro.
I'm not paying for shit. Okay.
50 gold.
Eating druid buff.
These packs at Fog, make sure you tank the axe throwers. Those are the only ones you have to worry about tanking here. See some big taunts on these.
Oh wait, those 2 axe throwers.
Yep.
Need to soul summon Simmer.
Patrol coming as well.
I got a counter spell.
What's this frostbite build
Thank
you're
you.
playing? Dungeon
Five,
Yeah,
four,
it's single target,
three,
dungeon,
2,
frost.
1.
It's
Come here.
frostbite, shatter.
I mean, frostbite is insane on targets that are freezable.
They waited for
Actually
you.
crazy.
It feels really nice because
Please
it
don't use
procs
that
like
mace.
lightning.
Please don't use it. It's so
Just
bad.
like shatters them.
But you're also playing winter still. This is Omega cock build.
No,
Actually.
it's deep frost. It's not cock, it's deep.
Okay, so explain to me how you would go about polling in this like.
First
Okay,
blade
so
coming up.
This looks scary as fuck. I'm pulling back a little bit. So stay
Clear.
back out. We're gonna use this hallway
Inferno.
to kind of clear some room before we
DJ
go in.
cannot start next Crystal.
And
He'll use
now
it
if you're
even though
being
Oppie knows
quick,
Thrash
DJ
is better.
cannot what?
Yep. And
He
I hope
cannot
Oppie
start
doesn't
next
tell
Crystal.
us.
I got torment,
You
someone
use
take
it
over.
with the happiness,
I'll
but don't use it like
I'll
it's a
start
weapon
on it.
skill, right?
Wait, it's fine, actually.
But she's not.
Like I hope he sits there out in Desolus
look, you
training
see this
weapon
pack door
skill
right
and then
here?
realizes
Master
this is
tanks.
trash.
LOS using that doorway.
It's-
Pull this stuff back.
This hits for nothing.
Don't charge in. Yeah.
I need somebody to
This
take
is,
over then.
You know, battle
No,
shot.
please
Fireballs,
Yeah,
eh?
perfect,
Don't
perfect.
test it in the
And
dungeon.
LOS him. Nice. Good job.
And now you can go in. Yeah, this is great.
Yep.
Need the tanks.
Did you do the battle shout here?
I did it at the beginning. Should I do it again?
Next blade coming up.
Shards. Clear.
It's behind green.
I might pull mobs
Inferno.
a little bit more on
Inferno
average
blade.
because I'm trying to like make sure that you always feel safe. So I
Big
might
heals
do
are
it just a
connected.
bit early, but I'm always fine. I'll try and run them back in.
Sorry, this is a patrol, so making sure it's locked down.
Nice. Big LOS.
It is dead. Big heals and Simmer.
Dude, I auto too slow. I feel like I like not fucking autoing, but I am. It's really slow.
Yeah.
Shards.
That's
Axe problems. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm a two-hander, bro.
On blue.
so you've got a ton of rage for you got it.
Hey,
I would go Zerker first.
Going the one to
Yeah.
the left.
Yeah, we could charge this.
Next blade coming up.
Yep.
Decimation.
Smation
Is
blade.
someone to take over here?
Sweet.
I
Anyone?
just did that.
It's weird
Yes,
position.
no.
When you run like that, the mobs will go a little.
Hmm.
Hey, I was
It's
running.
actually
Meant to be massive.
when you're grouping mobs, it's actually really strong to use back
Shards.
pedal. I know chat's gonna be like, oh my god, look at this loser.
Got tormented, Joe, and you might pump a bit harder on the
The mobs.
crystal
like,
victims
try it
meanwhile.
on this pole. I want you to just walk in, and then backpedal and watch what they do.
Yep.
Just
He's
now
right. Backpedaling's a thing for tanks. You
Watch
do
what
it.
they do.
Which one are you stacking on now?
Grouping up
Blue?
perfectly.
Oh my god, bro.
You do that every time almost. That's like a guaranteed way. It's just like you line them up and you backpedal just a little bit to group them up.
I'll be right back. Bro. Give me 1 second.
Next blade coming up. Inferno blade. Big heals and Simmer.
You fucking idiot.
Far left.
Like,
Ferret
oh my
Bobby.
God, how many terrible habits have I learned by listening to you just... I'm talking about
Need somebody
there
on
needs to be
the
a
crystal.
hard ranking system. Because you guys are fucking terrible at
Obvious
the game.
now.
You are so dog shit at the game. But
Who's
you're like
next?
giving advice
I
in your
think
like iron advice. So shit.
Actually, backpedal is goated in classic for sure.
Alright, I unmuted. Sorry.
He's right.
Good.
There's no
Wait, what
ranking
happened?
system in this
My-
game, so you
my
can't tell who's
dipshit
actually
chat has
good.
been telling me for 200 hours.
And
not to get
everyone
hell.
thinks
Like,
they're
so
good.
I very have
Everyone
not
in
been.
class.
We need
Blade coming up.
someone else to take.
Okay.
I think
it's been
Bellamy
etched in
or someone
people's
else.
minds because they're terrible at the
Decimation.
game, that
Decimation
backpedal
blade.
is bad, and they just parrot it. That's all it
So
is.
this is the thing about chat. Everybody in
Are your
chat
tank heal
has
is
been
still
playing
fine?
at a top
Or how's
level
it looking?
and doing full max biz and knows everything about everything. They just don't know what it's like to be in these dungeons because they're so far above us.
Yep.
So they just
gotta
can't
be.
really understand our like POV. They're just all rank 1 parsing, top speed running, max full clear hard.
Someone get
players.
connected up.
Alright, so Takati,
That's fucking base.
how are you approaching this room? Talk me
Next,
through it before we do
it's
it.
got to be jungle and someone else.
Yeah.
I-
So
Very
that's
far
scary,
left.
isn't it?
It's all the way over here.
Left, the fucking ones on the right also.
I'll take the first. I'll take the first.
Maybe I would
Figure
fucking
Sure.
range and see it in LOS. Or LOS back here?
Is it the one else over there? Yeah.
Next blade coming up.
I'm
Yeah,
kinda
we just.
letting you loose a little bit.
Alright.
Okay, then
Taking
I'm...
charge into the middle. Charge into the middle.
Burn a blade, paint suppression on
There's
Simba.
no way you charge in the middle. Okay.
Well, why not?
I would hug over here.
Hidden sunrise.
Is this
Are you charged?
Dead.
Okay.
07? 07.
I'll take the other guy.
Junkle's on it.
So what anyway?
You can also teach him about like mob behavior and how casters work when you're initially pulling them.
So that was honestly surprisingly decent. I've never done that, but that was a very good play. Honestly, it worked out.
Would you
I
have
might
done
start
that?
doing that. I always shoot this and pull it back right here on this corner.
Yeah, just line of sight.
And when you shoot mobs, you want to pick like one that you think doesn't cast. Shoot that one, LOS, and all the casters will pull like a second later. They'll just run right at you. Nothing will stay behind. It'll be a nice clean pull.
Okay.
Yeah, I think what Albi was getting at was like, as soon as you enter a crowded room where you don't have a lot of space, your first move should probably be to move a pack back to clear space, and then you can start charging in once you have that little extra. But I mean, what you did judge that you had the space, like it worked.
So there's a world where only two of those pull.
No,
no.
What you did worked out perfect. We
yeah.
were just worried about these three guys pulling, but you judged that you had the space.
We're gonna sheep again. I'll get square, and this is a boss. Yeah.
So well.
I mean, it's also mainly when there's a lot of caster mobs in the pack, right? If you have a mage in the group, we have something called counterspell, which interrupts the cast, and then they cannot cast for another 10 seconds after that. It's really good for like having a mob run in, and not sit there outside and just killing your team.
That can kill Mary.
I think we're done.
Oh shit! This is best in slot.
Hey, what drop?
For warrior, no?
This is no, it's not. It's the other one. But this is a really solid stat bow for now.
Still
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I can't.
Isn't it good for? Oh, you have 7 edge.
Oh, body.
Shards.
Rebuff him, please.
It's okay. Let's try to have it.
It's not that good of a bow, but let him be happy about it.
Got the hammer. Gold on this dungeon, dumbass.
Yeah, because of what? Because you're just bad at gambling, bro.
You getting Mexican fucking rolls.
Okay, give me my hammer back. Give me my hammer back.
Your hammer.
First blade coming up.
Okay, go on.
So on the boss, I noticed you didn't heroic strike at all.
Inferno.
I don't even have that bound. Wait, I was told not to even bind that.
So whoever said that is just wrong.
You have another combat rush for Knutte?
We're not doing this jump.
No, 3 minutes.
It's still at blue.
No. Tyler, do that jump. We shouldn't do this. This is Tyler, come do it. Like,
No, I'm not doing it.
yeah, we're not doing that.
I might need to rotate some cooldowns on Spear then on the Inferno Blades.
Oh.
Dead.
Shards.
Fuck that.
Inferno.
Thrall Hall. Strength.
1x and 2DCCG. God.
Loktar.
I'm gonna put up Jeeves and a mailbox.
Someone say mailbox.
What do you need?
Did anybody put down a feast?
May your blades never die.
Thank you.
God damn it, hang on, fuck. Okay.
Speak, friend. Be safe.
1x and 2DCCG.
Loktar. Go forth to victory.
Honestly, bro, it's not hard. You could just click Heroic Strike for now. It doesn't matter. Like, if you have 100 rage, just click it
Okay.
on a single target boss. It's not a big deal.
Okay, so is it okay for boss?
Yeah, it's you pretty much are only going to use it on bosses.
Yeah.
This one left.
Now we can skip that. So
You
the
wanna
boss
clear
is
this
in here,
room.
Tyler.
Yep.
Okay.
We're going in this, so we're gonna pull this out because there's not very much room in there.
Wait, is that bad? Can it one-shot it, or will it? We scared it might go to the boss room.
I think it's just better to pull this pack out a little bit. There's so much more room to work with here. Try to get rage for your next pack here. Huge, swap into battle. Perfect.
5, 4, 3, 2,
All right, and let's.
1.
We have to kind of drink a second. Do you have blood rage while we're drinking?
I use
use
Evo.
some blood rage.
I use that.
Shards.
Blood rage is something you kind of want to use to help your rage from decaying.
Yeah.
Because in combat, like 10 rage is good. Don't get me wrong, but you kind of get more benefit because like you would have saved like 20 rage.
Would I have? Okay, so I used it at the start of the pull to generate threat. That last
First
pull.
blade's coming up.
Oh, this is where I fucking fly.
Yeah.
Hammerfall.
Rage
Fuck.
battle strength.
It's not
No,
bad.
fuck.
That's good. Yeah. It's just
So, oh my god.
Shards.
9.
It's in the back.
The Motless tanking.
Just stay on green, guys.
9
Need the tanking.
Someone gotta take over Virus first, so.
The what?
On next one.
Oh, shit.
Next blade incoming.
Uh,
Inferno blade, big heals.
I can't get to you.
Got tormented.
Yeah, but I couldn't go through all of the healers.
I guess we might have to stand a bit to the side, healers, since range on the tanks is pretty fucked if you stand in the middle.
Try to save rage. The next
Walking up
boss,
with a summoning
next
pool.
boss.
Yeah, the next boss taps a bit.
Summon.
Yeah, so this next boss, you'll be fine, but you need to demo shot him like really quick. We'll hold DPS to start, so you don't lose aggro. Let us get full mana, and yeah, this is good use of blood rage there while we're drinking.
Perfect. He'll do a lot of damage, but I'll keep you up. Don't worry.
Promise, bro. Please, in my characters, my playthrough, please.
Yep, make sure it's demoed, and you'll be safe.
All right.
Yep.
You're gonna take a big spike of damage when he casts an ability called Throw. That's it.
Right.
Easy outside of that. Slow damage. Let him get his threat.
Press the wrong button.
Yeah. Should be Heroic Strike Sundering here. If you drop to 0 rage, you can go Berserker Stance and Berserker Rage, and then quickly back into defensive stance, just to get
Yep.
extra rage for 3.
Let's stand a bit more to the right, healers. After the first crystal.
There you go, he's got it.
I mean, how easy is your guys' game? Dude, the fucking greatest tank alive.
5,
Oh my god, you guys
4,
are playing PV fucking E for
3,
sure. Oh my
2,
god!
1.
This is fun for me!
The hat. Get that hat.
This is rogue loot.
So this is your guys' first dungeon in
Shards.
Elbers.
Wait, I
plus
was supposed to go to
you
Hammerfall.
cannot trade BOP gear anymore. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
All this stuff is untradeable from now on.
Yeah, so
I
you
haven't
can't just
got
trade
you.
Oh my god.
an item and then like give it to someone afterwards.
I'm gonna fucking lose it. Okay, hold on. What am I actually doing here? Fly to Hammerfall. This is Tarn fucking Mill. Train Rune Cloth Bandage. I don't give a fuck.
Inferno.
Fly to Undercity. Fuck! I'm not even supposed to be here. Great.
And you
Spectacular.
do not see shards.
Some Atlas tanking.
Okay, done. So I have to do this one more time.
What is it?
Back to Hammerfall. Oh my god.
These are all chargers, I think.
Yep.
Get the tanking.
I use my blood rage to keep aggro on us, so I can't. Would you say wait, bro?
That's fine.
We can next blade coming up.
I will get tormented now, I think.
It's on the blue. It's on blue.
Knutte takes first hit.
Hey, bro, I didn't say just.
Simma tanking.
But,
I have to stay on crystals.
Look at that box over there. No, he's huging.
Wait, I want to hear this.
Wait,
clip.
where?
You see it? It's
next
right in
pack.
front of us.
There's a clip from Tyler. Hold on.
Fucking god damn it, man.
Knutte tanking.
What the
Oh,
fuck,
these guys
dude?
all petri to live? Stupid fucking DPS players! I bitched about this
In the
yesterday.
back.
DPS take and threat, you fucking idiots! I can't
Just stay in
stand
green,
these
guys.
DPS dogs.
Next blade coming up.
Oh, what's the ground, guys? I don't look at my bar, my
Inferno.
never, by the way.
Inferno blade. Big heals and
I
Knutte.
just trust my healer fully. So, don't bullshit.
I'm 266.
What's up?
I misclicked. Oh god, I'm panicking.
Oh, I saw you were flame striking.
Shards.
What's that? Oh, it's on green.
High tempo.
Yep.
We will be efficient with mana as well and like adjust.
Whatever you're comfortable with. I mean, feel free to go
Yeah.
whatever speed. You know, if you have questions or if you think you're good,
Mm.
we'll stop you. We're not gonna let you run into stuff.
Knutte is dead.
Well, like,
Blades incoming.
every pull, I literally have to look at my
can't stop.
keyboard and see like,
Decimation.
and, like, think,
Decimation
actually
blade.
think about,
Big heals on me.
actually remember what you guys just said. It's not
Oh,
fucking
you're
muscle
good.
memory.
We're just
Yeah,
saying
of
go at
course.
whatever speed you're comfortable with.
Shards.
Too low rage this one, sorry.
It's part on the right.
Muscle memory comes later.
Some get Knutte up.
Not to overthink it now.
It's actually the opposite. Like, you're doing really good with your rage, and that's why we're saying that. We're noticing that you're not too engaged with paying attention. We don't want to slow you down if you feel like you can.
Rebuff Knutte.
What level do I need to be for heavy runecloth bandage?
Should I backpedal? I keep hitting it back, or is that just when...
No, you don't. Oh my god. Is it
Knutte is
290?
tanking. Heal Knutte.
You can experiment.
Need someone to take over for EX on next.
Yeah, you're
Blade
pretty much
incoming.
right.
Inferno blade. Big
Back
heals on
temp is a
Knutte.
great way to do it, but not always.
I can go
It's not
after
always,
Guido.
clear cut. It's definitely, you're playing it by feel. You're just trying to adjust the mobs whatever way you think is best. Let's grab this patrol first. And now these packs are a little cramped from here on out. We're gonna be pulling back every single one until we get to the spiders.
Is any one of the tank healers mana struggling at the moment? Can see that.
Shit, they have a spider quest, right? We're not doing.
Shards.
Oh yeah, the eggs.
The Necro switch back to crystals now. Then I take over on tank.
Okay.
Next blade incoming.
Oh fuck's sake, that's a long one. I got tormented straight ahead,
Decimation
Necro.
blade.
Can jump back
Knutte
straight
takes
ahead.
first hit.
Healers is
Simma
tormented.
tanking.
Keep focusing.
As soon as the projectile is in the air.
Yeah, I try to keep the crystal healers alive, the crystal soakers alive. Just stay on the tanks.
I'm now.
Oh, fuck, I got stuck on the wall.
Shards.
It was good enough.
Place a banner.
No, Bobby can soak it. I'm sending on this.
Yeah, he's got threat on nothing, but whatever. You don't need a tank. Not in these dungeons, you just don't. Maybe for bosses you need a tank, but that's
Next
it.
blade coming up.
Yeah, are these chargeable?
Decimation.
Decimation blade. Heal.
There's no other mobs here.
Simma to
But
full.
look at how many roaches there are. Be careful with that.
Shards.
You can also
Next
shoot
one's in front of
all the
blue.
way down.
But there are no melee to soak.
Berserk soon.
They group them up. This is good. Oh, a little far.
Need someone to stick over off the weeder.
That was smooth.
Sub 3 million.
I healed a bit.
Sub 2 million.
Ah,
There we go.
I try and get some heals rolling on you before you start, but if I do it just a second too late.
That was horrible.
It's down.
Got a patrol coming. We should grab it before it goes away. Oh, it's coming.
Nice, big snag.
Oh, we should
definitely different than all the rest of Shaman.
let's go back for your guys' quest. Biju's belongings.
So, wanna 3-heal the next Tussa?
Oh, yeah, there's lots of quests next to you.
No.
Yeah, so
Stay away from people that have got torment.
Done. Anyways, Joven and not Joven, on enemy switching back to
But I do have to
Don't
do
spread
some loot
torment.
within
Oh, you're
four,
there. We're getting it.
40 minutes.
Just run.
Pardon, again? What do you have?
To do loot within 40 minutes. So it was Bellamy and Cinders, right?
No.
Yep. Yeah, just let's do it after Mayo. All the stuff that's done.
Are we doing it the normal way or just the new way?
Shinji and I basically compete.
We need to kill it today, so we'll give it a go like 2 times on the cheese way, and then we'll switch to normal if we can do it. Hope everybody watched the video.
All came together just for this moment.
Feast.
This is the first time I grouped with Growl in 10 years.
Oh shit.
Yeah, there's
Oh, he's mending friendships. I can't believe it.
Something about a DoD run going wrong.
I meant as in leave the whole day for Ragnaros, just in case.
Oh my god. The earth is healing.
Tessa got torment.
Oh fuck, that is too good.
Stay away from Tessa.
Why did I get torment?
Just bubble off that shit. Safe as safe, so you are the last one having it.
Yeah,
Doesn't
it cannot.
You can't bubble it.
I mean, he's doing fine.
Well, let's get in anyways.
I think he's. If I had to predict
Just trash for now.
tanks, he's got like 3 scripts down.
Yeah, because it says on bubble it doesn't make you immune to all magics and spells, right? Mm-hmm.
And from there, he's battling with targeting and trying to face the enemies he's actually trying to hit. But he's got
There's
the
a
opening
little scroll
script
here
down.
that one of you guys needs to loot probably, or anyone needs to loot.
I don't. Maybe some other scripts. The LOS pool script. He has that.
Okay, it targets me, but it jumps on someone else.
And then aside from that,
Okay.
it's like he starts throwing his defensive stance cleave script out just randomly.
Yes.
There's not a lot of thinking being done. He's kind of like an AI.
Quest that you're doing right now.
That takes forever until that thingy comes. Ouch.
For Warlord's command. There's a follow-up, and that gives it 2% crit trinket. It's your.
He's got some decent taunts here and there.
Follow-up quest hard.
No, it's just an Ubers. It's what we're doing, but the upper side of it, we're going down.
Yeah. That is a 10. That's a 10-man raid, by the way. That's gonna be your first raid that you're gonna go into.
UBRS. Yep.
Targeted.
You're gonna be solo
2.
Yep.
1.
I am still.
Yeah,
Tyler, that's
where
the
Sadoko
died. That's where the
Sadoko Yeah.
I'm playing for Thunder Fury, by the way, guys. Why? Just like
That's the long con. I respect that.
That's I think it's only good for tanks, right? Like it's not really anyone else using it.
It's great for rogues, so Yamdef might contest you there.
You guys know who Soda Pussy Kamala Poppins is? You never heard of that name?
Who?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'll just.
Yes.
Oh fuck. That's a good helm. The fuck.
Okay. We love this corner here. This corner is our friend. We're gonna keep pulling back to this corner.
I'm libbed up, bro.
It's pretty much every pack.
So the first jumps we do normally, like we are spread for the 4 or 5 jumps, let's say for the 5 jumps, and then we do the strat.
No, son, I'm dumb. She is in Fairlands.
So it's 5 jumps. Stack is called. We don't stack on the boss. We stack on the corner over there between the cross and square. Like immediately. If somebody slacks, we're doomed.
Are we standing like on the edge of the corner, like in between them?
No. We stay on blue, and the tanks stay on the cross.
He's gonna be in a separate raid that I'll be in
No, and then
And when he
Vader's run
transforms
purple.
into a Night Elf, the tanks drag him behind the wall so that it's LOS from us.
This corner will be fine for everything else.
Yeah, the idea is generally just having the orbs all the time at the same point, not having to move because of that, and the difference for everyone will be that we will have more seats up in total.
Fewer seats up. Or what?
Yeah, we'll have more changes.
Oh yeah.
Just like one important thing also, if it comes to seats, make sure that you run out like 5 seconds before they explode, since we are all at the same point, so there's no need to run super far away, and we may have to make sure that not too many people are standing out at the same time when the seats are up.
Tell me what went wrong. Tell me.
We don't get an accidentally shift.
You had a bad opener.
Yeah, stay away from the markers.
No threat opener, pretty much. You didn't whirlwind.
At the beginning.
You didn't sweeping strike.
Everybody's standing over on the right hand side.
So when I pull like that, I still want to use Zerker, or I still want to.
You still
all that shit.
So when did we run in?
Yeah, you're basically doing your opener.
After the 5th stack, we immediate blue.
In this pool,
Immediately, no sleeping.
You would want to do Blood Rage, Battle Shout after you bow shoot them. You're out of LOS. You hit that front first mob in battle stance, and by the time the rest of the mobs are in, you should have almost enough rage,
5,
if not enough rage,
4,
for
3,
your sweeping strikes.
2, 1.
And then you just go, you know, I probably demo shout because it's a pretty big pack. It's a little scary, to be honest. And then you whirlwind, and that gives you threat. Even if it's on 2, 3 mobs, it's okay. You're doing something. There, I think you kind of got owned.
Well, I didn't even use. I thought for the range pull,
Nope.
What the fuck? Whoa.
Oh.
What the hell?
H Pala.
Yeah, it's just.
Holy Palace standing
Oh yeah, you cannot be in.
Okay, I didn't know. Sorry.
It's the same thing.
It's like.
So do I still start with Zerker range then go instantly? Or is it not worth it?
Yeah, I'm sorry for that.
You want to Zerker Rage after they're getting close. So like you do like.
Just wiping it, or?
Yep.
I mean, you could start in Zerker stance. You could be in Zerker stance, shoot your bow, battle.
One in the fire.
Blood Rage. Then where they're getting close.
I actually gotta bind that my.
Okay, so you can't, as a caster, you cannot be in melee range.
Okay. Shaman main, sorry.
Play enhancement?
No, elemental and resto. But there I'm always standing outside. I thought as holy pot I could go inside.
Nope, not on this one. Since it's not about hitting the boss, it's roll based actually. Where he jumps to.
I missed my note.
Beast.
Yeah, these tents are annoying. Okay, now we're back to pulling back. We're gonna use this corner up here. And
It doesn't work like that. It's depending on your spec, Onion.
Okay, this is gonna be a fucking handful for me. I'm trying right now.
Would have been cool though.
with no names on? On
yeah.
targets?
I think it does. What you should do,
It's fine.
You do not want to stand on blue or on purple.
Because bomb guns going just back to or wall to tank them.
Get some taunts out. Whatever you can do. And you really can be
5,
like super
4,
aggressive
3,
with your like
2,
usage of
1.
Blasting Blow and AoE taunt. So do you?
Okay.
Even if you're clicking it, you don't need to bind for it. When something goes wrong and you're like, oh, I didn't sweep, I didn't this, send one of them out. You know, you're gonna be in battle stance. You can challenging shout in any stance. So if something's going wrong, just AoE taunt. It's a 10-minute CD. It keeps everything clean and you don't take as much.
Okay.
I know it's extra tools, but
okay,
that's in your toolkit.
Yeah, I'll use those. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. Right now, I'm like at information overload. Like I'm doing
Okay.
so. Like I have to like focus on my bars so hard.
Yeah.
The double.
I understand.
Okay, so right now I have to. I'm blood raging and Zerker raging.
Yeah, yeah, it's a lot.
Right? And then I'm battle shouting while polling and running behind the wall.
Okay. Yes, but you're not Zerker raging until the mobs are connected. You could look at it in 2 phases, okay? Come over to me. Let's go to Moon. This is your first phase.
Okay,
is
prepare
you're
to
gonna
stack
shoot
on
them,
blue after the next
and
leap.
you're gonna get aggro. Okay, that's phase 1 of the pull. That's shoot.
Okay, get
blood
ready to
rage,
run now.
battle
Quick, quick,
shout,
quick.
Right? That's
All on
out
blue.
the window. Once that's done, you're moving on to your prep for your
Perfect.
normal phase, right? So after that's over, after you battle shout,
Do we have a
just
switch
like
group,
you
by the
just
way?
did a normal pull. Pretend you just charged,
Yeah.
or you're about
Who?
to charge. You put
Red
your
out.
Zerker
Bait
rage
is
up, and
out.
you treat it like exactly like you have been for every other pull.
I think
Okay.
the cooldown's
Stunned.
Is there a cooldown
Oh, we
between
all
each
run,
one?
okay. Also a possibility.
No, there's no cooldown between them.
Rages?
It's not shared.
Fuck's
You're pressing
sake.
both at the same time right now.
You're trolling.
I'm not trolling.
We need to stack so he makes
Guys,
Scorpion.
okay, but
Yeah, wait. We
Bait
have,
is in.
we have time.
Make sure
Yeah.
the resets is.
It's off the global cooldown.
Yeah, so you can press F as soon as they
That's all
press it.
energy
You don't
based
have to
when we
press
get
it
in and
right
out.
away. You're just like chilling. You're waiting for them to get close. and
Bait
then
is
you're
out.
pulling the trigger on your normal opener.
I fucked something up. Mine's gonna be down.
It's
Is there
okay.
certain,
Don't,
would there be certain
wait 30
macros
seconds.
MP that would help him out for like less key presses maybe?
Oh, I'd like.
I'm sure, but I think it would be.
Bait is in.
I think it would be a little bit of, like
Stunned.
just macro work. It might take a while to get that
It
done.
might be a good idea to just go through with what we know now and just let
Okay,
them.
now the timers matter.
I have 6 seconds on this. Bro, I played RuneScape.
Yeah.
I'm really good at rune PKing. So I like a hybrid. I like button pressing it. Satisfying.
Bait is out.
So like swapping between your pressing your F button, swapping your spells.
No, I like it too. It's nice. I actually manually stand. I don't have like any macros for warrior when I play it. I like doing it all.
So, about to pull this.
Bait is in.
Yep, you're using this wall, and you're just gonna grab one of these guys. That skull or something. Yep. You do your pre-pull stuff, and then send it.
Wait, there's no. It's just circle G.
Yep.
Bait is out.
Do your thing. You know it all.
Stunned.
Very nice. You're getting ready for your normal opener. Perfect. He's in battle stance. The sweeping lands. He's back in Zerker. He's going for the whirlwind lands.
Outside, MP?
He's coming back into D stance. Cleaving this shit. He's top DPS.
I think I actually fucking
He's blasting. He's
Bait is out.
Look at that shit, dude.
Get in, get in, get in.
Bait is out.
Bait is out.
No,
that didn't go out.
Oh wait, out for it was, sorry.
That's right.
They're fucking all beside me. How about that?
Okay.
Sorry.
So look.
Recover from that.
There's an individual mob here.
We need both of
Bait
them up.
is in.
When this happens,
You need to rest him
charge
as well.
individual mob and just fuck them up.
Spade is in, isn't it? Yes.
Fuck 'em up,
Yep.
Get rage. Like stack as much rage with that mob for the next pull. While we're
It's a
Damn.
we don't need
it's a
to
wipe now.
You want to keep.
I know what we want.
There's a dice meanwhile.
This is all about pacing here. Like, in this situation, you can do
Stack up
stuff
and die to
without
seeds.
all of your group being ready. You just have to
Get
know
back to the stack. Get back.
what you can
Nice.
and can't do.
Nice.
That's a nice chain reaction.
Let's fuck this corner up, okay? No, behind us.
Stay away from Vero.
Yep. So the weak Gora tells us when to go in and out. Shouldn't be necessary to call it.
Hmm.
Look at that damage, bro.
But if you do decide to call it, do not.
No, I'm just gonna shut up. I'm not.
Feast.
Okay, kind of trolled them. Stop hyping me up like that. You make me act weird.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, other than that, it was pretty good. Good job, thanks.
Can't be too
Good
quick,
dragging.
Mikey.
Yeah. I also miss my Nova again. I'm so unfocused on it.
Listen,
No,
I
it's
would
fine.
charge into this one. Is this possible? Is it mini?
Oh yeah, no, this is a charger every time. Fuck pulling it back. Yeah, you love charging, yes.
Bro, I put that fucking fist and I cannot click it.
Holy fuck.
But let me get your minion out. Thank
Do
you.
a demo shot when you can too. This is a pretty big pack. Perfect. Perfect.
How long rest time are you at, Knita?
You have 3 of them.
Holy fuck. Actually, yeah. We eat like crazy and everything's on you. That's actually pretty good. clear the side, but these are pullbacks. These are pullback angles.
Should I hit melee still?
Yep. You always try to hit melee. Although on this situation, I would avoid hitting the melee because it is a little close to the other pack, and you don't want to link both packs. So I would hit one of the front two mobs.
This guy.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Exactly like that. And try the thing where you shoot and LOS. You'll see how it works.
5,
Yeah. Perfect.
4,
Perfect.
3,
Oh, we got a double
2,
pull. This is okay.
1.
Just same thing. Same thing. Get it.
Oh,
get it
7.
out.
Oh,
Perfect.
7.
No, shut up, shut up.
Don't scare him, bro. AoE taunt. AoE taunt. Good shit. Now back it up, back it up, back it up. Keep kiting. Kite it out, kite it out. Perfect. When you AoE taunt like that, you're gonna have a mage or somebody slowing them, and you can walk away. You don't have to tank hits. They'll be fixated on you. And that's
Oh,
it.
Jens, can you last this time? As soon as we're done.
Can I what?
Last.
But a really rough pull.
When the stack is up. Oh.
Yep.
Since I didn't see it.
I fucked something up. My Zerker stand. I misclicked my swap to my Zerker stance. I went to defensive stance after I got my.
Wait, can you get away from there?
Is that not foul? What?
Yeah. But you see, this
Wouldn't
is
call
why
that
you
on
need a
the
mage
red,
in your
though.
group. Don't sleep on it. Honestly, bro, get a mage every time you play because it's so much easier having someone that can do something AoE.
We'll find one.
Yep.
Get ready after next.
Alright, just get in there.
Oh,
Don't stand on blue yet.
Yo, bro, you pull one more
Okay,
time,
get up.
I'm gonna cut your fucking fingers off.
Don't make me pull the boss, buddy.
What we doing here, bud? I'm the tank. I said I'm the pace setter. I told you this is all cooked.
I'm teaching you how to tank. That makes me the Giga Tank.
Yeah, you are making me tank because you don't tank anymore because it's too hard.
Guys, you both have big
Spread up.
that was
Beta's
terrible. I
out.
don't even know what you said.
Stunned.
Gimme, gimme.
Spiders.
Loot the eggs, Tyler.
Oh yeah, these eggs can spawn a lot of little guys. Just be careful.
Really?
Just do one person at a time. Yeah.
So do I charge?
Beta's in.
Yeah. So these mobs in particular have a cone stun effect. So you're gonna want to make sure they're facing away from us. That's it.
I'm still charging, right though?
Yeah. Just don't go too far forward.
Beta's out.
Decent. That's decent.
Oh, big spider came as well.
Oh yeah, I'm stunned. Just
Beta's
I'm
in.
just gonna go to blizzarding. Do you have
Stunned.
imp blizzard?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
You don't have a what?
No.
Yep. There's gonna be small
Just
spiders.
focus the big boss. That's all you're doing, Tyler.
Remember, you can also get off the stairs here for popping your seats. Don't have necessarily to go to the back.
Beta's out.
Kill the smallies.
I got the little one on you.
Yeah, I have big shield anyway. I wouldn't get pushed back.
Okay, Genji's on it. You gotta kite this out a little bit.
Beta's
Is
in.
it slow for you? Oh, good, Nova.
This Evo for a bit.
Let me keep.
Beta's out. Stunned.
I'll blink this. I'll drag it to the tank.
I have Nova for this.
Yeah.
Beta's in.
Shattering.
What is that? Is that rare?
No, it's trash. Does anybody have you use venom sacks? Try to loot these spiders.
Beta's
Use
out.
The venom sacks you get to cleanse the poison.
Okay, so I
You have an item in your
I didn't know
inventory
how to
called
get behind him.
Immature Venom Sac. Tyler and Yum Def need to use one if you have it. Should be in your inventory. Looks like a little web thing. It's called Immature Venom.
Beta's
Sac.
in.
Basically, you have a poison on you, but we can use
Stunned.
it without using it.
So it's the very bottom left bag. Yep.
Yep, perfect.
Only one of us has to use it.
No, you have to use it, yeah.
too. Everyone had the poison. It's a weird thing that the boss does.
Are you guys in the egg quest, by the way?
Beta's out.
Pick up, the eggs?
I'm not, no.
Okay.
Okay, doesn't do anything.
Let me see.
Nope.
Just Yamato can do it. Oh, okay.
In mage nature venom sac.
Yeah. Yep. You just pop that.
Oh, I am on it.
Beta's in.
Okay, nice. Sometimes it spawns ads as well, so just get ready for that. Sign, we got you back.
They're easy ads, don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the little spiders.
Beta's out.
Stunned.
I mean, do I mean, is the quest item this gives good?
No, it doesn't give anything. It's a pet.
Just,
it's this.
yeah,
It gives you this.
Yeah, I'm about to
There's
get
more eggs. We can just keep going forward. There's more eggs.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to clear this pack down low just to be safe?
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah.
Technically, you can skip it, but
He pulled. He pulled.
Yeah, my bad.
it's fine.
Beta's out.
Chatter Genji for when the big guys die. For your boom.
Okay. I mean, I'll just fucking crossbow this bad boy.
Beta's in.
Yeah, moving.
Stunned.
Coming in hot. As we know it. Nice.
Maybe we had time to both. No, though. I don't know.
I mean,
Beta's out.
if you shattered for me, it would have been too quick, and then it wouldn't have been back.
Come on, so you see me trying to get that egg. Fuck
Probably.
off.
Alright, it's fine.
You can't get it. That one up there on top is a troll. You have to be like.
Oh,
a priest or
Blizzard,
something.
troll. I'm dead.
Hey, spider.
Beta's in.
You're dead, bro.
Yo, Mr. Tank.
Oh, sorry.
no, you're good. You're good.
Shit,
We
bro.
can handle it, but.
Oh, there's some spiders in
Oh, you got
Tyler.
that though, but we handle this.
Oh shit,
Oh
bro.
shit!
Beta's out.
There's so many.
Holy shit!
Stunned.
Oh shit.
Oh, that gets cruel. Let's see.
So the thing about
Oh, it got us immune. Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
the thing about having a mage in your group is like 60, you literally
This is it, boys. We parse.
don't even play dungeons.
We got blessed.
So, like,
Beta's in.
Yep.
Stick, go, go.
Good comps make or break dungeons. You see, like dumb, like
Place a
dungeon bets
banner.
would never happen if you had like a good comp.
Yeah. And it's also
It's
the
super
polymorph,
real.
right? It's really broken in classic.
Beta's out.
Help me!
Are you okay? Yamo?
No, he's not okay. He's not okay.
Holy shit, they actually threw a little bit. I finished it. Tyler, your turn.
Wait, actually, I'm not even close.
Beta's in.
Stunned.
Place a banner.
Guys, I'm 99% of the way to level 6.
Oh, 99? Holy fuck.
right.
Maybe a pack or two and we're done.
Still have seeds. Bounty on Tuster still up, by the way.
Now what the fuck is that?
Oh wait! Oh no!
He fall?
Holy shit, dude! Get it off
Wait,
round.
wait.
AoE taunt, AoE taunt.
Yeah.
Down. Strong cooldown.
Oh, we got it.
Holy shit, man. Where was the taunt?
It was on a cooldown. For
Just
15
say that, man.
It's a 10-minute cooldown. You panic. Tell me to
I'm
use it.
sorry. I know. I'm joking. I know.
We need good comms, dude. Good comms.
Okay, so
You're the
Oh, hi,
supposed
Jens.
to be able to,
10,
be clear and concise in those panic
8,
situations.
Yeah.
7,
Bam, 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 go, go, go.
One is not enough
Oh,
to
it's
kill
Golemagg.
you.
Go!
2,
Jungle.
1.
Why are you? Oh my god, people.
No, they don't
Yeah.
poison, but they all have the frontal.
There's gonna be a lot of smallies spawning from the big guys.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a
Good job.
okay, so am I pulling it or am I? Oh,
Catch in, bro.
Well, I guess Jens buys bounty if there is any gets paid by Mogna.
No, it's like you cannot call out somebody's bounty because they are gonna run away.
We're gonna
Yeah,
need to
but,
do
bounty on Tuster
loot.
always up.
I might get it here actually.
We have 1 hour left.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I might get it.
Yep. Not sure we're gonna
But these mobs actually is kinda crazy.
be able to do any recce today,
Oh shit, bro.
but I need to do the loot now.
No. Maybe one or two more packs.
No, bro. It's a 1 minion.
Get set. I was
Okay,
supposed
with
to
this
set it.
one guy, what happens if you're wrong? There's one.
Necro, do you got RC loot cancel by any chance?
I'll give my gold back, by the way.
I think I deinstalled it, but let me
Okay,
check.
this one guy will do it.
Just get it real fast.
This one guy is gonna get me level
Yeah,
6
don't
gold.
worry with loot with me.
Ready?
Just give me what no one else wants.
Pepe Love didn't get boosted last level.
I'm boosted. I'm actually putting work. It's not about damage, bro. Give it to me.
Jump down, Tyler, right now. Jump down and die.
Is this it?
I might yell. I might yell.
It's RC
Oh
loot
my god,
council,
it's not
isn't
it.
it?
It's not it.
Yeah.
Fuck. You should do a retal poll to Ding.
Can we do a huge fucking bowl with all these ogres?
No, not with the ogres. Not with the
Caution,
ogres.
caution there, Tyler.
No,
If you die, you die.
Like an
You should pull back the skull. You should pull back the skull.
If you die, you die.
RC loot council classic.
LOSing or just...
I don't think it's a caster. I think it's a confusing caster.
You know?
It's like battle mage, but he just.
I'm just like...
I don't think he actually casts.
I'm just throwing it here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good.
All 7. All 7.
Pull it back a little bit.
Put him
Yeah.
back.
Still managed to get 80 on Major Dome. Nice.
I think that's old item. Fingers crossed.
Holy fucking shit.
What do you want him?
Yeah, I know.
Half my screen is gone. Okay.
My screen froze.
The big man in black does it again. Fuck you, chat. Fuck what?
Okay, let's see.
Fucking game of play, by the way.
Conquer Shoulders.
Bro, I haven't played this game ever in my life. I come back on the second character ever. I died one time and it was because of tilt, by the way. Tilt. That's it. And I speedrun it in like a week straight. Easily. No problems. It's a mental game. You dumbass players in the guild.
So I presume we jump.
You suck ass. If I
The other
beat you
channel.
to 60, you're trash. I don't give a
Uh,
And if you've ever died more than
I don't think we're gonna make another try, but I wanna give you something.
do with your fucking scrub asses. You make him look bad too, which is true because he's Kamala Poppins. I am the greatest alive. All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that.
Yo.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Had to
Thank
get it
you.
out,
Thank you,
of course,
DJ.
of course.
All right,
Wait,
let's
wait.
finish this
I wanna
goddamn.
continue. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
So look, right here. All right, so you're gonna do a backpedal jump onto this little totem, and then a.
Isn't there missing one glove token?
And then a forward
Or do
jump
we have one double?
Yeah, you almost got it.
Me
I
and Van
don't know.
double.
Since you only posted 2.
Yeah.
Yep, and then a forward jump.
Might be that the loot card thingy is full.
This is
Look at all
good.
the
Like this is a.
GZs in chat, bro.
It can only hold up so many items.
When you land on this thing, just backpedal a tiny bit, and then go forward.
Show off the League of Legends mechanical skill.
Oh, that was a mistake. There's not 2 trinkets. Why the fuck isn't all of the items posted? Oh,
Can I just like jump up here any other way or no?
Yeah, you
I
can.
mean, that's the easiest one.
Yamato can't do it
he's
either,
gonna
so
start
it's not
going through it.
easy.
There's another jump here on the like top left. Yeah,
You got it.
exactly.
Oh,
you almost had
you
it, I
got
think.
it.
Okay, that's
Yep.
okay. That jumps
That's
much
Tauren
easier.
privilege. That's Tauren privilege.
Yamato, come on.
Yeah, fuck off. I don't need to. I don't need to do it.
He's going for the stealth. Accepted defeat.
Yep. Hold on. What's up? Hold on. What's up?
Let's show a quick jump or.
Yep.
Hey! Oh wait, they're pulling. Hold on. What are they doing?
What third